What is up, everybody? Welcome and happy Wednesday. Welcome back, I guess. It's been a while. I've been out of town for the weekend. I needed Monday to recover. And finally I'm back. Finally I'm back to finish up Onimusha 3. Atomic Runner, Sword Fan, Base Hole. Greetings and welcome. Lurkers, in chat, VOD viewers, everybody else, of course, equally welcome. Hope you had a nice weekend out. Yeah, it really was not bad. It was, well, I mean, it was good. It was good. I went to see my parents. Well, my mom's birthday was last week, so we celebrated on Saturday, and I met up with my family, who I haven't seen in a very long time, so that was very enjoyable. It was very intense socializing over a span of a couple of hours, and the trip there was, well, ultimately was not that eventful, but it was kind of a little bit of a hassle. But I ended up having dinner with my sister on Sunday, which was really great, and before getting up at like 4 a.m. on Monday to take the train back home. And the trip home was one of the parts that I'd kind of dreaded the most, but it was actually, it went really smoothly. And, I mean, I was still kind of fucked up for the rest of Monday. I took a nap all afternoon and it was like really out of it. I was able to very briefly check in on the KOF 15 open beta. But I didn't like really get to play or really, you know, I just kind of checked in on it real quick just to kind of take a look at it, see what it would look like running. But that was pretty much the extent of it. But there was a, what's the opposite of a silver lining? I don't know. The weekend was good, as I said, but it ended on a very negative note on the fact that, would you believe that I came back into town only to discover that, yet again, my bicycle has been stolen. So I'm currently without a bike. For, what, the third time in about 14 months? And I think there was, like, an insurance on it, so it should be pretty seamless to have it replaced, I guess, but not as seamless as if I had just fucking had it and not have it stolen. It's just, I don't know, it's such a, like, mentally, like, on the one hand, it's like, it's borderline traumatic. You have to like repeatedly go through this shit. On the other hand, like, on some weird level, I'm like kind of used to it. So like the first time my bike was taken, I was like in kind of disbelief and shock when I went to the bike stand and it wasn't there. I was like, wait, this doesn't compute. But now, because like I was coming back, you know, from a trip over the weekend, I was like, you know what are the odds that my bike just isn't there? And I went to check and it wasn't. I was like, yep, that checks out, that figures, so well. Which, like, I don't know, it's, I was less like the first, actually, I think the second time my bike was stolen was the worst, because I'd had it for like 48 hours and I was getting my bicycle back, or like getting it replaced, had been such an incredibly extended ordeal that it was, I think it was mostly that I'd waited essentially 8 months to get the bike back, and it was stolen a second time in like 2 days. So I guess I didn't have that, I was gonna say going for me, that's not the word for it, but the situation wasn't quite the same this time. Oh yeah, I do have bike storage at home, but I didn't leave my bike at home. I locked it to the bike rack at work, which I naively figured would be enough, but nope, they are very persistent. But yeah, all 3 times, like, it's not like I keep locking it at the same place in the same way. It's like the circumstances have been different every time, but yeah, I mean, I guess that's the takeaway, right? I just like simply cannot leave my bike outdoors or it will just get stolen. But yeah, I mean, the first time when my first bike, I had it for like over a year, no problem. Like, I think I got it like early summer, like spring slash summer. And I had it for that entire summer and the following year, and then at the end of next summer, that's when it got stolen. And then the second time I got it back, I had it for like 2 days in spring of this year, and this time I had it for about, I want to say, a month, 6 weeks. I don't know, but yeah, like I guess it's just, what do you do? Like you can't, at some point, like having to fucking disassemble your bike and bring 12 parts with you, like it's starting to kind of overshadow the convenience of having the bike in the first place. In any case, honestly, I don't know that I want to spend any more time and energy talking about this, but see, that's what I mean, right? My weekend was awesome for the most part, but all I can think about is like the whole bike situation is completely just looming over my everyday life now, and I hate it. That's the worst part, honestly. I'm not having the bike, whatever, you know, I can walk to work. It's having it is very much more convenient, but it's not the end of the world. I mean, I walked to work every day for like 5 years before I got my bike. So it's not that I can't function without a bike. It's just having to deal with everything surrounding the whole situation is just bullshit. Thank you, Swordfair. Good looking out. But anyway, I did have a good time. I did see my family. I watched Knives Out on the train. That was a really good movie. I just chilled out for a weekend, had some extremely delicious food cooked by my father. And yeah, like it was really fun to leave town and see people and do something for the first time in like 2 years plus. So it has me very excited about the idea of doing that on a, if not regular basis, at least at some point again. But we are back, and we're going to be playing some Onimusha 3. And yeah, as Atomic Runner mentions, there was tonight / this morning, we got the latest KOF silhouette update, and it sure does look conceivable that the next character to be revealed tomorrow, I guess. I didn't pay too close attention to the tweet. I don't know if they said a date, which they usually do, but I'm assuming by this time tomorrow, or 12 hours from now-ish, we'll have seen the trailer for who I presume to be Angel, which I'm excited for, because the last couple of roster slots for KOF 15 are kind of up in the air, and she's obviously a character I very much like, so I think a character that a lot of people were kind of expecting to be a shoo-in and were expected to have seen announced earlier. But there's still some questions as to what the team composition and lineup is going to be. Like, I guess she would maybe be on K-Dash's team? Question mark? I want to say that I saw someone mention that Ash and Kukri seem like are kind of confirmed to be on the same team, but I'm not sure what the status is on that. But I hope that to be the case, because that means there is still an entire 3-member team to be revealed, which kind of could be anything, but I'm hoping it's something special if they're leaving it for last. But in any case, the 2 seconds I spent with KOF 15 felt pretty good, and I'm very much excited to play that game, so I'm looking forward to more news about it. And yeah, that'll be fun. But Atomic Runner, again, you are correct. Lord Nobunaga's shadow looms over us all, and we should do something about that. Beyonce team, yeah. I just that's my English speaking capabilities there. How do I stream? How do I do this? Well, I can do this. And let's see, how do we do audio levels? Does this even have an effect? I forget. I think that's loud enough. Robbie, Rocket Fingers, Brunin G, what is up, fellas? The capture seems to... It's so weird, I can't get a grip on the whole triple buffer frame lock thing. Yeah, because my monitor now is not liking this signal, but on the capture it looks fine. I'll just Shit, I really ought to look into firmware updates. There probably is one by now. I don't think I've updated this in a while. In fact, I think I downloaded a new version that I never actually installed. That guy was pretty cool. Would have been cool if we got to see him in the game, but that's fine. Oh yeah, this looks like it's working. But we might as well we'll just watch this. So we should, as far as I can tell, be very close to the end. Last time we played this a week ago, I was kind of contemplating whether to try to do a final push, but it seemed like there was just enough left to justify putting it off. But whether that's like 15 minutes or 2 hours, I guess we're about to find out. We'll also have to see if I remember how to play this game, but I think we'll be fine. Hopefully. Let's load our game. Right, we went to the Eiffel Tower. That's right. So, we were done in the big castle, and we went to some winter area that lasted for like 2 seconds, and I don't know. It's been a while. I don't remember exactly, but that's fine. It's whatever. Went to the Eiffel Tower, which I guess is like where Nobunaga's castle is like manifesting or something. It's a new environment, which at least I enjoy. I mean, I've been ragging on this game for not doing as much as it could or perhaps should with its modern day Paris setting. You know, going to the Eiffel Tower at least is, you know, that delivers on that front. I guess there's an enemy there because I auto-targeted that direction. Oh, there's a box here. Game keeps showering us with healing items. L2 is the map button, right? Yeah. Yeah, so we just got to this area, and looks like we got a little bit to explore here at least. I have 0 XP. I guess I must have poured everything. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Actually, let's take a look. So we leveled up all the weapons, yeah, and I just put all I had left in the armor. Looking for more friends. Well, the thing is, like, the game, like, putting this, like, modern day setting and, like, you have, like, old Japan and modern day France. It's basically, like, if that's what you're gonna do, I feel like, Parasol, yeah, my brain is not advanced enough for high-level emoji jokes. That's fine, Basil. I appreciate your engagement. No, but like, you don't really like, because if you think of Onimusha and then Onimusha 2 and like, where do we go next? Like, fuck it, let's just set it in the modern day. So trying to imagine like what could you do with a modern day setting in a big metropolitan city, like the architecture and the layouts and like monsters interacting with buildings and modern technology and whatever else. And it's like, oh yeah, the first Paris section is a parking lot outside the Notre Dame, and then you go into the sewers, and then you go inside a castle which has looked the same for several hundred years, so it doesn't feel particularly modern. Then you go into these underground catacombs, and then you go to this underground temple headquarters. It's only at the very end here. Yeah, and then we go to the second medieval castle, which it's literally the same in the 500-year earlier time period. Like, this game is, we've been playing for what, like 12, 15 hours? And very few of those hours have been spent in a location that feels distinctly like, you know, modern. Oh, this is not. Whatever. So it's I don't know. I don't feel like it's really leaning as heavily into that concept as it could have, should have, or at least could have. What's up, Lemsar? So, all right, for this puzzle thing here. Oh, there's like a Delassie. But the tricky thing about this one is that there's two of these forks. There's this one and this one. Well, I guess there's already this one. We don't need all these forks. The question is, usually I feel like the solution to these puzzles is something like somewhat non-obvious. Oh, yeah, this is not gonna work. So that's my thought. Like, are we supposed to not use that first split? But realistically, I don't think there's any other way to get... There's no other pieces we can get to that. Like, there's no pieces with the left. So we're definitely... Well, I'm saying definitely. It's my assumption that we're splitting it here. But obviously we can't just get a straight line. And there's not a lot of pieces here that have a right... There we go. Ooh. Demon Stone. So, of course, I have no recollection whatsoever of Jacques' gauge situation. But on the other hand, I also don't have any... I don't know if I'll be able to send any items his way. The yellow one is the one that you... Yeah, you get souls for hitting enemies. That seems to be the most powerful one. Yeah, the brown one tells you the Isen timing on locked on enemies. Or so it claims. I still don't understand what the Q is supposed to be. And, oh, this one... Right, this makes your special moves require less gauge. That's right. Base hole, I can no longer remember what the puzzle looked like. You can move every piece, you cannot rotate them. You need to have, like, the circuit needs, like, it begins on the left side and then it has to reach the end or each of the multiple ends on the right side. I post work in progress stuff on Discord. Randomly locked you out. That sucks. I hope you can work that out. Well, I guess... Fuck it, let's... I feel like Jacques' special moves are like nowhere near as good as Samanosuke's anyway. So if I have a choice of who to use or whatever, like, I feel like Samanosuke can make better use. It's the long and short of it. Let's do it. What's up, D? Happy Wednesday. Thank you for those friendly jaxophone tones. Alright, so do I go inside the gift shop? Nope. Okay, I guess this is where we came from. It says, we should go upstairs. Danmaru has to be up there. That's right, we were chasing Danmaru. Is this an elevator? Looks like it. Won't open. There's a red light. Oh, is there a puzzle here? No, just a button. Okay. Well, I guess Samanosuke wouldn't quite be the expert at elevator buttons. Checking. Oh, I'm trying to... There we go. Well, whichever way it goes, Lamasar, I hope you can figure it out. Rather dramatic looking. Do I remember how to... Oh, camera. Got him. Yep, I do remember. Somewhat. Purple gem, I'll take that. Well, it's not a gem, it's a soul, but whatever. Do I push the button again, or do I climb out the window? The little lightning flashes make it seem like there's someone there. Yeah, stop, won't open. I climb this ladder. Oh, okay, no, I see. The emergency light is flashing. You press the button. Yeah, I was gonna say, we're not gonna, like, just calmly ride the elevator to the top, are we? Nah, this is cooler. See, and this is making a lot out of the Eiffel Tower location as well, frankly. Having these, like, you know, an elevator scene, you have this, like, crazy construct. Like, see, this is like a dramatic, cool visual. It's you know, it's a lot cooler than just, you know, parking lot or sewers. You even have these, like, lightning flashes and shit. Anything down here? Aha. What do we got? Alright, demon juice refill. Oh yeah, basically. Well, all right. Yeah, I don't. I'm not sure if I quite get your first explanation, but I can answer your question, which is no, it doesn't matter. It just happened that the extraneous part just sort of looped around into itself. But no, the only thing that matters, because there's other parts where you have, like, the split paths, but there's nowhere to route it. Oh. Probably don't want to stand in that. Is that the wizards doing that? Or is this press circle? This might actually... Yeah, there was a thing like this before. Did we just travel in time? I think we might have. Let's take a look at the map. Well, here's the map. Oh, is that the thing I opened? Did I go anywhere, or did the screen just go dark? Because we did that before, and we'd, like, teleported to some section that we'd already been. Yeah, we're on a weird map marathon, playing Extermination and then this. I'm trying to think, by the way, about games to play. I mean, we're obviously finishing this, and I really do want to play the fourth game. I just don't know if I will be looking to jump into that as rapidly as we jumped into this after 2. Which, granted, I didn't think that about 2 either, but here, or this one rather, but here we are. But I guess I was thinking a little bit about, like, stuff that I wouldn't want it to do on slightly longer timelines. You know, maybe thinking a little bit about next year. I have some smaller and bigger potential plans, or ideas at least. But I also have a bunch of those, like, PS2 games. I just never seem to get to. I really want to play more Crazy Climber games and shit. I don't know, it's always the constant question, I suppose. Oh shit, this thing. This is like the first boss thing we fought. Use this every now and then. Nope, okay. Oh, great camera angle, thank you. Nice, slow down. I like it. I guess I might as well use this and we'll... Yeah, good combo. let's stand up. Oh, hope I don't die. Mashing start here. Okay. Yeah, we maxed out all the weapons. Let's use this one. I think the dual like sky blades. The special move on that one is kind of whack. I have quite a lot of healing, so. Oh yeah, I also have the. Oh yeah, we have these ones. The weird weapon orbs. I'm wondering what the heck they are exactly. Let's do some medium heal. Climber game anthology. I mean, there are climbing games outside of Crazy Climber. That's true. Many a climbing game to be explored. I mean, I still even have stuff like the PS1 Lupin game, which we didn't actually ever get to. Is that kind of that sort of collided a little bit with Halloween stuff and the MGA and the Metroid games and whatever. We should definitely check that out at some point. So there's like random bits and bobs like that. Map stashed away. Alright, okay, got ways to go. I like that. Save room on the next. Green, basically. Oh, I think there's an exit there, according to the map. Let me just see if I can interact with the weird gut stuff over here. Let me just take a look at the map again to see. There's some bad energy here. Supposed to. Well, I hit it. I pressed the wrong button, but something reacted. Know that this is doing anything, but okay, it's like cracking. For sure, this is doing something. Surely that's not just coincidental. Oh, okay, I probably need to do that then. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh yeah, I can level up that thing, right? Or the charge, whatever. Still didn't get to Dread. Oops. Yeah, I still actually kind of want to go back to that, and I want to get the, because I got like what 95% completion or something. I kind of wanted to get 100%, and I actually kind of wanted to do a replay as well. Got from the arrows, okay. Didn't mean to commit to that attack. But... Whoa, what the hell? Why did I not block that? That was weird. Didn't really want to use more, but this is small. Oh, what the heck? What? Whoa. I just pressed triangle and nothing happened. Nice. We got the full Onimusha mode orbs. Healing. Alright, this is not bad. Let's go. Yeah, 13 Sentinels, one of my many PS4 games sitting there waiting. I think I have enough for this, but you never know. No. Probably another 2 or so. But 13 Sentinels also just seems like not the kind of game to just hop in and... I don't know. I'm still in the middle of Lost Judgment. I started that and just kind of fell off of it because I had so much other stuff going on. I do want to play more of that just offline. There's like Steam games and shit. There was some adventure games and some other stuff that I kind of picked up. Okinawa Rush released. I'm hearing great things about it. I backed that on Kickstarter, but I didn't actually play it yet. I don't know, there's always too many games. This is pretty cool. I mean, this is pretty much scaling buildings, jumping between rooftops, kind of, right? I mean, it's got the same kind of vibe to it. We're scaling structures. And that's what we like to see. I guess he can't hit me because vertical hitboxes are weird in this game. They're not hitboxes, but just like vertical positioning. What the heck? What's this gonna look like on the map? Well, this looks like a dead end on the map, which means that there's something here, surely. Yeah, there we go. Can I open this, please? Getting sucked into this. Is this just gonna like teleport me back, or what? What does this do? I guess it teleports us back. Auto aim is so weird in this game. Anyway, this is like one of the cooler parts of this game for sure. Well, we got what we came for on that left part, so. It's filling up the demon gauge nicely as well. Go up here, I guess. Okay, I wasn't sure like what where I came from and where I was going, but okay, so we can continue to go up. Well, let's just see what's down here first. Okay, nothing, but there could have been something there. Getting a fair bit of red souls. I don't know if it's going to be enough. Well, we'll see. So, I mean, we can clearly see that final, like, there's a safe spot up there, and then there's a boss room. Yeah, I'm definitely not convinced that we'll actually be able to level up the armor by then. Possibly. Maybe if I get some sick parry kills. I don't know. I guess I... Whoa, okay, so those guys got teleported. That's unexpected. Well, so did they get teleported back here? I don't know, man. I don't know. It's not easy to parry that shit. I mean, you can technically even just do a regular Isen as well, but... See, like... Just whiffs kind of weirdly. Me back. Just, oh my god, I just want, I mean, I can kill him, I just want to parry, but fuck it, let's just do this instead. You looked it up and your solution was even less clean. Well, there you have it then. But I mean, it's probably like, well, I shouldn't say probably, but it's possible that there are like multiple viable solutions. I'm not sure. Anytime I do solve one of those, it always feels like that's the way you had to do it, but that's probably not the case. Certainly not necessarily the case anymore. What a weird thing with these little portals. But I guess it's just like to demonstrate the weird like instability time shit happening. Alright. Yeah, enemies can like hit each other in this game. That's pretty cool. I like that. I was trying to hit the wizard, but kept locking onto the other guy. Okay, I got 2 full bars. That actually seems... I'm pretty sure that's gonna be enough. Hey, Akko, can you... What about that chest up there? Because I saw it. Okay. Oh! I guess you get health at least, but... Taking? Is that the secret? Oh, okay. Found healing. Yeah, like the puzzle boxes, they definitely get increasingly complex, so it would make sense that some of the later ones are more likely to have multiple solutions. I'm just happy to get a solution though, so. Let me just see. I'm not sure if... Okay, yeah, it looks like... Never mind. I mean, you look at it for a bit and then you're just like, yeah, you know what? Let me just explore here. Okay, we got some time lore, I'm guessing. Yeah, Time Research Volume 6. Gildenstein's research journal. Well, probably not, because it just talks about Gildenstein having died. So who's signing this then? Mori Ganmaru. Alright, okay. Alright, talking about going to the Eiffel Tower, fucking with the, I don't know, fucking space-time continuum. There we go. How she gets it. What you got for us? Soul collecting arrows. Are they, like, do they... Yeah, hitting enemies with these just make souls come out. Yeah, as usual, we've just been saving all of our arrows to the final boss, basically. Well, this shouldn't be the final boss, of course. We're fighting Ganmaru, and presumably, from there... I don't know, is Jacques going to fight Nobunaga in medieval times? Is that what we're doing? So I don't want to ride the elevator, because I'm pretty sure there should be a save thing. Well, let's consult the map. Oh, wow, okay. I was not looking at the right thing on the map at all. Okay, there we go. They're like going backwards. Okay, so the elevator is... Because I thought I was on that second to last section. For a second, I thought that was Heihachido, but he died. Oh, did that just not drop anything? That was kind of weird. Anyway, let's push the button. Let's go upstairs. Well, you call this upstairs? I don't know. Let's go up one more level. There's a save room, and yeah, that's a pretty good staircase. Oh, sick. Okay, we can get a little dispenser here. This should probably give us, yeah, exactly. We get some blue and yellow too. Yeah, the Genma shit, like, obviously nowhere near as cool as in the second game, but at least they're ramping it up here towards the end, and that's what we like to see. Okay, so our armor went from like, I don't know. I think I felt like it always was red with a bit of gold, but now it's like gold with a bit of red, or it's kind of brownish. Do we get a proper gold armor? No, we get a proper pink armor, I guess. Red. All right, cool. Okay, well, let's Might as well dump these points here. Looks like we need probably 10. So we're probably not going to level that out. But having maxed out this much of our junk, I feel like that's a lot closer to like max leveling everything out that we got in the other games. So okay, he's like very red, which is not quite what the picture looked like. But now I'm like, wasn't his armor red to begin with? I think this game compared to the second one, definitely being kind of lame with like it's weird going through the trouble of having the armor actually visibly change, but not changing so minutely. Like I would have expected or wanted a little more drastic change. I mean, even in the first game, you get the gold armor, like you go from red to gold. It's a very distinct difference. Here, not so much. Well, there's the down monitor. This is pretty cool. You're alive, Samanosuke. But you're too late. Preparations are complete. Won't let you get away with this. Well, there's nothing you can do to stop it. Alright, he's gonna collect our head for his master. We'll see about that. How do I fight this guy? Oh yeah, right. Forgot about that. He like have to like sort of counter hit him. Try to dodge that super well. So fucking far away. Luckily, yeah, when maybe I need to I want that help. Because I remember that from the previous fight. You can kind of attack him while he's trying to absorb shit. Kind of, at least. Pretty cool fight though. Alright, you can connect your special move. Fuck, I don't want him to get all the health. I'm not sure he gets health from it, but... Getting hit by that fireball is, like, not good. Oh, okay, well, alright, let's demon it up. Okay. I guess I did land a good amount of hits. It didn't necessarily feel like it, but... Damn you, Samanosuke! Well, that's inconvenient. Damn it. This is pretty sick. Master is coming. Alright, so I guess we just, well, that's probably not gonna change much, yeah. Can't allow Nobunaga to get here. So I guess this is like our end of the time machine here. So I'm still like, I don't know, I feel like if the game if we get to play as Jacques fighting Nobunaga and that's the end, I feel like that's gonna be kind of weird. I would expect there to be some actual proper like fusing going on, and then we kind of stop it. I don't know. Obviously, Jacques and Samanosuke have been sort of hanging out because young Samanosuke from Onimusha 1 is like back in his time. But it feels, I don't know, I expect the two kind of timelines and storylines to connect at some point. But here we are, we're charging his castle. But I guess, I mean, probably, hopefully what's gonna happen here is we don't quite get all the way before we're stuck into modern day Paris. But I guess we'll find out. It's just like, you know, it's weird, obviously, if that like was the end of Samanosuke's game, basically. So yeah, this is where we're at the very beginning of the game, which is a nice touch. Like geographically, this is where we're at. I'm not sure if this is, like, because Samanosuke looked different the first time, right? I think. No, maybe not. Maybe you just were in the Onimusha 1 outfit at the beginning. Actually, I mean, it's been a while, so I don't remember what the beginning looks like. Because he's got that other costume in the opening cinematic. But I don't remember, like, he looks like that in the game at the beginning. But yeah, because, yeah, you know, we charged Nobunaga's castle and we didn't actually fight Ranmaru. I think that was literally a cutscene of Samanosuke killing Ranmaru in, like, 1 second. Yeah. Oh, human Ranmaru. Leave this to me. And it takes vengeance on Heihachi. Ranmaru's fucking fun. Got him. That's the second time he's getting jobbed out in a cutscene. Let's go. Nobunaga's inside. Oh, that's our little save thing. What's this? Running Wild Vidya. What is up? Welcome. Happy Wednesday. Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Oh yeah, so we got, what do we pick up? Some kind of Ranmaru lore? Ranmaru's journey or whatever. Yeah, it's like, I'm receiving letters from Guildenstein. It's hard to believe, but he claims they're from the future. Blah, blah, blah. Whatever. So what's Jacques... Actually, let's take a look at our inventory here. I want to make sure that I didn't... Yeah, we got these resurrection things. He's got 2 of these weapon orbs. Maybe once the timelines fuse, maybe that's when we can use these. Because these, like, each of these orbs represent, I believe it's a weapon from the first game. Yeah, it's like the fire dragon sword and the lightning cutting blade. And Samanosuke has the 3rd one. But it's just like they're sealed by demon powers and cannot be used. So I just want to make sure that I didn't save some kind of upgrade item or something here. Let's take a look at what we're at. Okay, yeah, we're pretty much on equal footing here. Yeah, that's right, we did get the level 3 coat. Yeah, it's the same thing with him, right? He went from a blue coat to a green coat back to a blue coat. That's so, like, he should have had a fucking, I don't know, tiger stripe coat or some shit. Like, I feel like they really could have They really could have put a lot more into the, the swag factor of these armor upgrades. That's definitely a disappointment of this game. It's a good game for sure. It's just I was really not expecting to feel so many things being kind of notable and tangible steps down from the second one. In my, entirely subjective personal opinion, of course. Oh, okay. Do I take a look before we go anywhere with that? I guess maybe I need to use it from the stairs anyway. Probably not. Well, I don't want to, like, just stepping foot in front of the door there might trigger a cutscene, so. Aha, there we go. What's up here? Actually, what are these? Are these human juice refills? No, this is a big healing item. There's another... Yeah, because the purple ones... Didn't I have a small yellow? Oh, maybe that was with someone else. Good. Yeah, so we have 7 small heals, 11 medium heals, and 4 big heals. And 2 resurrection items. So yeah, we're doing pretty alright. Oh, I see you, fella. I see you. Man, I wonder if I missed any more of these guys. Maybe, like, he might have been hanging out in the Eiffel Tower. Just trying to think, like, what I could have missed, but, anyway, there's going to be something good for us here. We're already kind of overpowered, but I'm very curious to see what we might get out of this. So let's fucking do it. Every time I've done the Bloody Palace previously, I've left with more than I had coming in. So, see, well, okay. So there's a blue aura there, right? Which means we need a blue thing to, like, open it. There's so many orbs. Ooh, okay. Nice. Good thing we can, like, fill out our purple orbs here, too. Well, we might actually use it during this section, of course. Anyway, last time we did this, we went through one of these with someone else getting one with Jock. And the way it worked is each of them got, like, the key, essentially, to the other character's respective chest. So my first thought was like, shit, did I miss? Should I have done this with someone else get to get the blue key, whatever. Let's call it a key for the sake of simplicity. But there's no way I would not have been able to give that to Jacques. So, like, that doesn't, like, compute either. So, hopefully I didn't miss something vital. But we'll see. Because it could just be that we get the blue key, like, within. Like, it just hasn't been consistent enough to say, like, well, there you have it. I think that's what, well, it's a blue thing anyway. It's easy enough to just go back to the previous room when we're done here, so. I didn't think that would hit me. Jacques, at least, unlike someone else, can actually target these guys when they're flying. Of course, someone else has the bow and arrow, which is convenient for fighting these guys, but Jacques' upwards attacks still feel more like consistently reliable to actually hit them. Or at least kill them quickly. So that's the red one to go back, yeah. I didn't expect to get this in the next room, if I remember this correctly. We don't have enough. Oh, there's 8. Ah, okay. Okay, I see, I see. So there are 8 little divots on this chest, so we need to complete 8 rooms. Well, we need to find 8 chests. Although I guess we need to complete the rooms, because you don't get to leave any of the rooms. No, unless you complete them, so. These guys are good for having them hit each other. Guys with the armor, I mean. You know what? Fuck it, let's... delicious slowdown. That. Nice. Try to dodge. Like worked out. Okay. Block. Shit. Well, that was still good use of the Onimusha mode, I think. Back at it again. The Demon Kingdom. Yep. I'm just like curious to see what the game could be giving us. Bonus room, basically. I mean, with all of this, we should... Okay, well, usually use a ton of bonus rooms. We should basically be able to level up the gauntlet to level 3 as well. Let's see, this is soul dispenser here? Yeah. So I think I need probably about 7 more gauges, 7,000 souls for the... Because I put about 3 into it and it looked like I would need about 10 total. So chances are decent, I would say, at least. Oh, fuck. Eyeball jerks. Oh, please taking it out quickly, please. Taking up. Oh, that's... Nice. Okay. How about jumpy guy? Purple orb, yep. Oh, okay. Try to parry. Nice. Well, that was pretty quick. Over here. Let's keep going then. So we got 2 orbs, I think. Blue. I mean, I'm gonna want to explore everything anyway, but. Oh, I was trying to cancel into the special move, but... High frames? Okay. That was a lousy hit. That's slightly better. Oh, my God. Oh, that died pretty quickly. Combo break. Ah, I made my orbs disappear. I'd say mine, but I think the 8 died off screen. Must have. Should kill him. Yep. like it's just this guy left. Should be easy pickings. Alright, okay, I got a little greedy there. Yeah, these guys don't have that much HP, but still enough to withstand. Like I can't kill them before he gets one of their attacks off, basically. Oh yeah, fish guys. Haven't seen these in a while. Health. Yes, thank you. Yeah, they're not that easy to parry because they have these weird swipey attacks. These guys should be easier at least. There we go. Where's this guy? Oop, oh no. I was gonna say I wanted to. Parries seem pretty much guaranteed to drop health. So rather get some parry kills when I can. Or rather. There we go. Yeah, that's like half health back. Guys, remember when we got like 4 chain essence in like 2 minutes? After having spent the entire game not doing it once. When we're on that like big battlefield with all those enemies. That was pretty cool. Just do the jumping attack, please. Alright, that's another orb, should be. Yep. Okay, let's just move on. Flying enemies. Probably healing item of some kind. Yep. Okay, not quite who I was aiming at, but thank you, auto aim. Locking me onto the bird. Yo, fucking kick combos? Is that a thing? I guess so. Let's get some of these guys out of the way. Oh man, can I stand up, please? What is this, Tekken? I think I just deflected it at him. Okay, I'm gonna need to heal up a little bit here because I'd rather not use one of my resurrections here. I'll use one of my 9 medium heals instead. Thank you. Dude, the way there is a lock-on button that the game just completely doesn't give a shit about whether you're using it or not. Like, technically, I guess if you use the manual lock-on, you can click the right stick to choose to lock on to another enemy. But in the heat of battle, that's, like, not particularly reliable. Because you don't need to press, like, Aqua will just, like, she will fly towards who you're locked onto. Sort of highlighted it for you, I guess. But it doesn't really matter because whether the game will auto just always, well, I feel like, is there an option for that? Because I guess you need the button so you can charge, so you can hold it firmly to charge your charge attacks. But legit, she will just always, like, you're always locked onto someone, basically. Like, there's no such thing as doing a non-locked on attack to attack, like, an arbitrary direction of your choosing. It's kind of bizarre. Let's just do long-range soul collecting here. So I should get a little bit of health from that, at least. Alright, a chunk. enough to not feel like I need to bother with healing items for now. So where do we go? Blue is where I came from, I think. Yeah, nothing here then. I guess there could be a healing item chest, like on the near end, so I should be careful to check for those. It's Alex. Welcome, welcome. Oh, the slimes, guys. Short work of those guys that way. Big heal, I'll take that, thank you very much. There you go. Yeah, these, the higher level versions of the bear things also kind of nuisance to deal with. They're just a little more aggressive and they have more health. Step on some of these guys. I guess once they latch onto you, you just kind of, I don't know, just disappear after a bit, I guess. I guess they wiggle a little bit before they jump, so you can kind of look out for it, but... Alright, it's fine. Okay, let's take this back. Actually, how many of those do we have? 4? Yeah. I should probably heal. I mean, I have an overabundance of these anyway. And I'll probably come out of this with more healing items than I had going in. Healing there, got him. Oh, I did. Oh my fucking god. I'm like holding locked on, I'm facing left, and I'm holding left. And I press the button, and he just faces right. I'll let these guys hit each other for a bit while I collect some orbs. Now, these guys are like big brutes, but they really don't have that much health, frankly. They usually go down like pretty quickly. Oh shit. Press triangle because I thought for sure I had enough. The flashing, the super meter flashing to indicate that you don't have enough meter to do a special move. That bothers me too. Like so many times have I like glanced up at the gauge to confirm that it's not flashing. Press triangle, nothing happens, and then I look up and I realize like, oh shit, it was flashing, just very slowly to the point where I didn't realize. That's not great. Does that. Like the whole purpose of having a flash should be that you can easily, at a glance, tell. Like you don't need to know exactly how much meter you have, but you do need to know whether you have enough to actually do the move or not. So when the flashing does not sufficiently communicate that information, that is a problem. Right, there's another chest. Someone's... Oh, it's one of those... Nice. Got the distance. Well, getting in these fucking orbs, I guess. Oh, okay. Well, we got a few of them. Well, we do have 7,000 souls, and we still have a lot to go in this bloody palace, so... Oh shit, I didn't see that guy. Oh, that worked out. But we should definitely be able to max out all of Jock's equipment. That is nice. So this is the 5th Orb Ball. Everything is orbs in this game. So many orbs. go red. I do want that blue orb. Dude, the orbs, souls, whatever, fuck it. They disappear really quick. All right, you know what? This is a good idea. This is a good opportunity. Rather, I'm mashing here. Stand up, please. There we go. Let's just fucking do this. Slow down, city. Here we come. Look at all this delicious soul nutrient. Yeah, that was purple orbs well spent. Blue, and maybe we can close this loop. Nice. I'm doing with this. Which is usually a little bit of a bonus room, but there's probably going to be enemies too. Oh, looking at the wizards. Dude, can I fucking target the dude? I think you just kind of stay moving. And hope that your fucking auto aim doesn't pull you right back into it. That should hit all of them? Yeah. That was pretty quick. Nice. The red, I think, looks like it would bring me back to... No, okay, green, rather. Oh, I guess I didn't even see them. Whatever. Alright. Try to be efficient here. Oh boy. Slimes and owls. Nice, okay. A lot of fuel. Oh, thank you. I'll take that. Well, let's switch weapons here. Oh yeah, this targets the one dude. Right. Wow, he just like teleported out of it. Like I said, Jock's special moves feel like they're not super good. So when you have a little leech slime like latched onto you, like it prevents you from going into your stance, because when you go into stance you just start like spinning in place. But it's not like you need to go into the stance to lock on or like kind of do anything, but like it doesn't seem to really matter that much. They're still annoying to deal with because they're hard to hit, or like you're not supposed to hit them, you have to like step on them. Like kind of an awkward way to fight them. No chest? Okay, well. I'm probably going back this route, and at least this makes that go nice and easy next time. Oh yeah, so speaking of games to play, I happened to see there was just like, you know, some Black Friday sale stuff, games like on Xbox and whatever. And I saw a game that I had no idea existed. It came out earlier this year, I think. There's a Creed 2 or whatever, like Rocky boxing game that, I don't know, it looks interesting. I'm actually quite tempted to pick it up. It was on sale on Xbox Live. I actually saw it because it was on sale, like physical copy. But the physical copy on sale was like 30 euros or something, and on Xbox Live it's like 20. But it's like, it seems to be like a super simple, like very video gamey action boxing game, which looks, I don't know, it reminds me a little bit of that Fast and Furious game we played. That must have been last year, right? That wasn't this year. I can't remember. Which a game which I enjoyed quite a bit. A lot of people seem to really hate it. I mean, it's like a budget game. It's kind of cheap and hokey. And this Creed game also doesn't seem particularly impressive. But I mean, I wouldn't be looking for a boxing sim, really. It seemed kind of light, but it seems also like it had a kind of goofy story mode, like arcade mode with a bunch of dialogue stuff in between matches and shit. That made me think of like, dude, it would be fun, like, 'cause there's actually quite a handful of Rocky games. Like, it would be quite fun to do like a Rocky series, you know, just exploration of Rocky video games. Because there's like the Master System Rocky game, and I think there's probably some other old Rocky game that I can't remember. Maybe there's like an MSX Rocky game or something, I'm not sure. But there's definitely the Master System one. Was there an arcade game? I don't remember. But there was like a bit of a gap then, but there was the... I have it, and I played it a little bit on stream, the first Rocky game that was on Xbox and PS2. And then there was Rocky Legends that was like a sequel to that one, I think. There was a Creed VR game, and then this new one. So there's at least like 5 or 6 games. There's probably some other VR and mobile games and shit, but I don't know. There's definitely enough there that would make for an interesting endeavor, I think. Without going full, like, Batman scale, multi-year project. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's comparable, depending on how much time you would spend with each game, to the, like, Jackie Chan and Bruce Lee theme streams I did a couple years ago. That shit was a lot of fun. There's actually a lot of Jackie Chan games, and a lot of them were actually pretty fun. Like the old like MSX and PC-88 Jackie Chan games, they're pretty cool. I actually enjoyed Jackie Chan Stuntmaster more than I thought I would too. It's one of those games that I had fond memories of, but I figured there's like no way it aged with any grace. But I actually liked it more than I thought I would. And when we did the Bruce Lee games, like the Bruce Lee game on Xbox, Quest for the Dragon, Quest of the Dragon, whatever it's called, that game was fucking hilarious. And not a bad game. I wouldn't mind replaying that game, to be honest. But, you know, there's just too many video games that need to be played. Hard to justify replaying games. Alright, we got 6 of these. I'll choose one. Get behind these guys so I can hit. So I ragged a bit on Jock's special moves. This one's actually good. I didn't realize, I guess, that it had that much range. I knew that it could hit enemies kind of in a line, but I didn't realize it had like full like projectile range. That's actually quite convenient. Although let's make use of our meter here and just ice, right? Yeah. Well, I guess that comes in handy too. The thing about like doing Rocky games and stuff is I think I feel like quite a few of them, aside from the Master System Rocky being like super impossible from what I understand, I feel like a lot of them are going to be kind of samey. Like you kind of, there's going to be some neat stuff in terms of unlockable characters or like story shit and whatever, but to get to any of that stuff, you'll have to kind of rinse and repeat the same, possibly not that exciting boxing mechanics for a very long time. Which might not make for the most exciting, like, extreme kind of thing. Rocky Road, you could say yes. Fucking stealing my souls. But it'd be fun. I'm a fan of the Rocky movies, and At least some of the games are fairly decent. Like that first Xbox game, I remember we played that on stream at some point when I was like getting into a bunch of random Xbox shit, and it took a little while to get the hang of the control because it's got like Tekken strings basically. But I recall that once I got the hang of it, we started destroying enemies left and right. Enemies, opponents, whatever you call them in boxing. I think you call them enemies. Championship match, that's like pretty much the final boss of boxing, right? Mobs, creeps. He's not dead. Oh! He is now. Okay. I should probably heal. I mean, I'm a big sucker for like movie license games of all kinds anyway, right? So even better if it's a movie I actually like. On that note, I haven't like followed this very closely, but apparently Sylvester Stallone released like a new director's cut of Rocky IV recently. And I've heard not great things. Like, granted, personally speaking, Rocky IV is one of my least favorite Rocky films. Like, it's a fun, like, feature-length music video, basically. But as a story, like, I don't know. I mean, it's entertaining. I don't dislike it, per se. I just wouldn't put it anywhere near. Like, I don't think there's a bad Rocky movie. I haven't seen Creed 2, granted. But up to and including the first Creed, I don't think there's a bad Rocky movie. Everyone hates 5, but I like it. I wanted to... okay. Alright, let's... Oh, fuck it. I'll just revive then. I don't know. I prefer my Rocky movies to have story and some kind of emotional core somewhere. Which, like, 4 just does not have at all. But, I mean, it's one of those things where, like, I mean, without Rocky 4, you don't get Creed. And I think that's one of the best movies in the series, so... And I mean, frankly, you know, without... Like, all of them kind of build on the others, and... The series wouldn't be what it is without all of them being there. I mean, you don't get Rocky Balboa without 5. So, I think they all kind of have their place. So it's always fun to engage with game versions of stuff that you actually like. But I'm always like, I mean, there is that, but also in terms of game adaptations, I like seeing. Oh, I have to go around. I see. Oh well, let's do that then. Like, one of the main joys of like movie license games is seeing what they do to kind of adapt source material. And obviously that's more interesting if it's a source material, well, if you enjoy it, sure, but just fundamentally that it's something you're familiar with. Because if you're not, well, I mean, it's hard to gauge that without knowing anything about it, right?
Well done.
Joseph Patrick, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome. Shit. These guys. That seems to hit at least. That's some health back. Having the source material to allow you to play as Polly's robot. Apparently, Polly's robot has been excised from the director's cut of Rocky 4. If that tells you anything you need to know. Like, it's funny to think, like, about trying to ground that movie by removing outlandish elements. Because what part of that movie is not outlandish? But, I mean, that seems to be, like... I'd be curious to see it, because apparently it's quite different. Like, I read some tweets and stuff about it, and, like, what I recall seeing was some comment that basically, like, outside of mentioning specifics, like those, that, apparently it had been advertised as having, like, 37 minutes of footage, or new footage or something, not in the theatrical version. Which, like, while true, there's a lot of stuff that's cut, so it's, like, not much longer, but it's just a very different cut, basically. And I don't know if it's a fair assumption, but, like, I guess cutting Polly's robot and stuff, like I said, you know, if you're trying to make Rocky 4 something kind of more, I don't know, serious, I'm not even sure where you end up. Well, like I said, I'd be curious to see it. Wow, okay, we're on, like, the other side. The camera's, like, in a different place. That's so weird. Let's use our 8 balls here and see what we get. I just used all 8 of them. Oh, shit. Onimusha. Fucking new weapon? Huh. Well, good thing we spent the entire game leveling everything up. Although, I'd say that jokingly, but... we're gonna be able to level everything up anyway, so it's not like we wasted the points. Alright, so it's like a whip. Destroy otherworldly beings of some kind. Oh, that was probably worth it. We got a purple whip. Which doesn't have a special move, I guess, so let's hope it's got something else going for it, you know. Alright, well, that was probably worth it. Delete a 0 from Drago's final punch power level. Oh boy. Man, I should rewatch the Rocky movies. It's been a long-ass time, honestly. I have them all on Blu-ray. Including 3, too. I just haven't watched it yet. There we go. Leveled everything up to max. Living in America, best part of 4. I mean, that's like, well, it's not even one good feature-length music video. It's got like 6 music videos in it. It's got great music. It's got good montages. Just a bit silly. But yes, I mean, sure. James Brown. Good stuff. What's up, Brankin? This has been taking us a bit, but I've also been... I haven't streamed in a week. Because I was away for the weekend. Anything over here? Per chance? It's the scarab. Oh, see, this is a thing in this game, too. The NPCs aren't brilliant at positioning themselves. You know, I'm just subjecting myself to that exact same thing. But that's fine. That's fine. Well, we punked out Ranmaru, so I guess we're facing Lord Nobunaga here. But I'm guessing we're gonna, like... He's not even full demon form or anything. Surely we're gonna use with the present timeline for the ultimate final showdown. We'll see. No spoilers. I like this game. I think the I like what it's doing with the story. But there's a lot of things where I kind of prefer the second game. Nobunaga, we'll end this. He's not so sure. Alright, he's gonna kill us. Onimusha. Let's see about this. Alright, this is a pretty cool, like, fight intro. Yeah, I just found it interesting, like, a lot of people will say that this is their favorite, and I think, I mean, I feel like every stream we play this game, this is kind of the same sort of repeated thing that comes up. That I can see why they went the direction they did in terms of the camera and the controls and everything, and I can't say that it was a bad idea or anything. Like, commercially, so to speak, critically, it was probably the right call. But coming to it 15, 20 years later, like, Onimusha 1 and 2 feel like such a novel kind of thing, because it's a different style of game that no one makes nowadays. Whereas this feels much more like, I mean, it's very faithful to the mechanics and gameplay and style and story and everything. It's not like a departure per se, but just the execution of it makes it a de facto departure. If only in that this feels, the first two games feel like their own thing, a thing of yore, whereas this feels like an old installment or like an old incarnation of a more modern thing. So I think I hit some stray hits here and there. I'm not sure. Oh shit, okay. Oh yeah, I was like, oh, let me change weapon. Like, maybe I want to use this weapon? I don't know. I think, you know, the things, I had things that I wasn't in love with in 2. But did I fucking... No, okay, no, I was like, did I not level up? But I did. I just have so many leftover souls anyway. Like the creature and art design of Onimusha 2 is like a huge reason. Like, I really love that shit. But I also think the high level execution of the pre-rendered background stuff is just really fucking well done, and it's like the absolute kind of pinnacle of that technology, right? So it's so exciting, and it makes this game feel like, by comparison, it's unfair in a way, but I kind of like, instead of judging this for what it is and what it does, I can't kind of help judging it for what it didn't do, like for what it could have done if it had pushed that thing further. Well, Resident Evil Remake is awesome, but Onimusha 2 came out afterwards. Like, it's a, well, they're kind of concurrent. I guess they're both 2002. RE0, I guess, is after both of them. So that might have been the last one. But I think Onimusha 2, in many ways, is more impressive than RE Remake. They're all up there, but Onimusha 2 in particular does a lot of stuff that I think is really, really cool. Okay, don't worry. So it just like, it's not just a matter of Onimusha 3, but like in general, like... Time machine. It's working. You can go back to your time. Surely that's not the ending. Okay, hurry up. Let's go. We did it. I had fun. But the thing is, like, with the overhaul to the camera and the controls and how shit works, like, there's this game, I don't know, it's an early attempt at changing things up, I guess, but it's so weird that in some ways he'll be fine. Well, he'll be fine 500 years from now, at least. Like, the specifics of certain things, the way the camera... Like, I've had so many more issues with frustrating camera changes in this game than in 2, which is like you wouldn't expect. You would expect the camera to be like, oh yeah, they solved it, they figured it out, they have real-time camera movement and stuff, but there's flat-out things that I think functions worse in this. The auto lock-on stuff, like, was kind of there in the previous games, but I haven't felt frustrated by it like I have in this game. Yeah, that's funny too. Like Code Veronica would have been a couple of years before this, right? This was 2004. Code Veronica is what, 2000? I mean, I don't know that that game does it perfectly, but it's like them being like beginners at doing this with real time. Like, I don't think that holds much water, which is why I'm so surprised that this game has as many issues as it does with that kind of stuff. Because it's one of those things where, like, oh yeah, they're going from tank control, pre-rendered stuff to like Super Mario controls, real-time 3D dynamic camera. Like, yeah, that all that stuff that people complain about in static camera angle games should be fixed, you would think. But this game kind of does it worse. Like, well, let's fight Nobunaga together. Someone else goes like, well, that ain't gonna work. The time machine active. We'll both return to our respective times. Yeah, I'm sure it's not all the same people necessarily. It's just one of those things where, and I mean, who knows? Making games is fucking complicated, right? Just because you get something right once doesn't mean you'll never fuck it up again. But it's more that how positively everyone keeps talking about this game, and I feel like this game must have had like a really big budget. Like, it seems safe to assume that this game had a bigger budget than 1 or 2. Not that those were like shabby productions, they were like super lavish in many ways. But here, you know, you have multiple international movie star actors. You have, you know, so much more like voice acting. You have, you know, 2 full playable characters with all that stuff. Like, it's, you know, this game is just big and elaborate in a lot of ways. You would expect it to... Well, it's not that this game isn't... Like, it's a great game. Just coming directly off of the second one, I'm surprised, like, given how people... Most people seem to quote 3 as their favorite and the best one. Someone looks the other way. Oh yeah, he's like... He's actually French now. That makes sense.
Reste avec nous.
Henri!
Henri! Henri.
No translation. Well, they're all French, so they would be speaking French.
Non. Henri.
If only there was some way we could fuck with time.
Quoi?
Or absorb demon energy. Alright, okay, cool.
Papa?
You just ate the glove,
Henri.
I guess.
Henri.
Papa?
Oh Dieu,
Oh,
sois
papa!
Henri. Ah.
Oh, papa!
But yeah, basically, I felt like the first two games, in many ways, had that, like, superb
Merci.
level of polish you would
Merci
expect from
infiniment.
Capcom.
Force du démon.
Or demons.
Merci.
Thank you. And this does too. It's just, I don't know, it just falls a little bit short of perfection in ways that kind of just surprised me a little bit, if only because I think it does so in comparison to the second game, which is not what I would have expected. Well, it's ambiguous what language anyone is speaking, but I was more referring to the fact that they're actually French voices. Although, yes, it's like, I don't think the fairy made it so that he could speak Japanese. He would have been speaking French the entire time. I do think it's highly unfortunate that he doesn't, that we don't get Jean Reno's French voice. Oh, well, we'll get it for 5 minutes at the beginning and the end. That's it. There we go. So this is our chance to do the same with Samanosuke. Well, let's save first. So we're back here. I mean, we did get what I was looking for, some kind of convergence. I mean, it would appear at this point. I mean, we'll see. Hopefully there's some twists, because, you know, shit usually gets kind of wild towards the very end in these games. But it's conceivable that we've seen the end of Jacques. Like, that was it. And then we're back here. And we're gonna fuck up Nobunaga once again at Samanosuke once and for all, and that's it. I would think that would be a little bit anticlimactic, but we'll see. But I reckon there's... Pairing is not that easy. You can't see shit. Oh, fuck, there's one of these assholes. Oh yeah, I guess I should have more than enough orbs, souls, to level up my gauntlet here. Actually, I just realized something. Whatever happened to all of Jacques' healing items and shit? If he's done, like, did we just lose them? He had 2 of those mysterious weapon orb things. I mean, I don't entirely believe that we're all done with him. But I'm just, I don't know, thinking out loud. I should use a stronger weapon, because... Actually, using a weaker weapon is... With this, Akko... I guess each hit will drop souls, so we get more of them, potentially. But I'm killing them a little more slow. Oh, okay, the map looks a bit smaller here. Actually, let's take a quick look at the chests. Oh, okay, no, there is 8 slots. But I guess there were plenty of rooms that didn't have a chest. For Jacques. Okay. this fucking aiming in this game. I don't know if it's because there's more... Like, again, because I think the auto lock-on thing was, like, kind of a thing not too dissimilar in 2. But I wonder if the reason I'm having so much more problem with it not, like, doing what I wanted to is because there's more enemies, or because enemies are placed. Like, I'm not sure what the tiny specifics are that make it different enough to clearly be frustrating when in the previous game I don't remember it feeling particularly frustrating. Yeah, it's like, you know, you lock on and it seems like it switches. I mean, the major thing is when I'm not holding the stance button, I'm of the opinion that my attacks should not go in the direction other than the direction I'm pressing. That's not how it works. Like, it will always target an enemy. So if I'm facing left, oh my god, okay, getting complicated. Well, let's take a look. If I'm facing left and there's enemies on my right, it's impossible to attack to the left because he will face the right to attack. So we didn't receive any of Jacques' items, at least. Would not have expected that necessarily, but that would suggest to me that I mean, there's also, of course, the possibility that those little orbs that I just failed to find / figure out the place or method to use them. But the description, item description, just says you can't use them, so I'm expecting there to be. Let me just check that there's not. Yeah. It's intriguing. I like that kind of stuff. But it's intriguing, but at the same time, you finish the game and you never figured it out. It's like a little unsatisfying. Like when we finished Extermination, we were never able to build that ultimate weapon, and there was like a locked door at the end of the game that required like way more battery to open that we had. Like we would have needed to find another battery, which didn't seem clear at all where we could have missed that. Stuff like that. See, like, flying enemies were easy to hit in Onimusha 1 because you just hit up an attack and he did a upwards attack. But you can't do that in this game, except when you're Jacques and he just attacks them. Like, someone else just won't even fucking try. You have to use all your arrows. Well, I guess the running attack can kind of work because it does that overhead swipe. Good luck just achieving enough depth perception to actually see where they are. Oh, whatever. Red ball. Oh, that's it, I guess. Alright, that's pretty nice. Parries, I think. Although parrying these mole ninja dudes is not super easy. You know what? Fuck it. Let's go to Slow Down City. Can I get one more attack? Ah, fuck. I wanted to use the Onimusha mode special. I fucked it up. I delayed it like a split second too long. Oh, drain all my shit. Getting knocked down and just getting slammed to the floor and having to wait like a full second before it can stand up is just annoying. Go. I wonder if axe magic good at dealing with flying enemies, because I guess it'll like basically hit everyone. Yeah, at least the wizards don't have a lot of health, but they're still annoying as heck to deal with, especially with someone else game. Oh, what's that? So I'm guessing Samanosuke's equivalent weapon will be kind of a basic sword? I mean, we'll find out. I didn't really mention it, by the way, but I discovered that when you use, like, so triangle button is the, like, the special move, demon power, whatever button. And with that ultimate weapon, you don't have a gauge for it. But pressing triangle still does a move, which I guess is just, like, unlimited? I don't know, it's not... I didn't quite have time to figure it out. I killed Nobunaga too quickly, but... I guess if that's like unlimited, that's pretty... I mean, the move itself was less fancy, it's just kind of a swipe, but... having it be unlimited is pretty nice, to say the least. Nice, I just got it. DJ Beats. Happy Wednesday, what is up? Mashing start here. Let's see. I think I have one resurrection item. Yeah, I do. Let's just... Actually, let's swap weapons so I can just spam my special moves. Like, you can get orbs and shit frequently enough that you should probably use those moves more frequently than I do. Electro Alterson, what's up? The bike situation currently is that I do not have a bike because it was stolen. Again. But hopefully we will... I think it should still be covered by insurance, which I should be able to get it replaced either way, because it's like my... I'm getting it through work. But if it's covered by insurance, it should make that process hopefully a little faster and smoother. But honestly, I can't be fucked to deal with any of that shit, because it's mentally straining. So I'm leaving it to superiors at work to figure that shit out for me. But yeah, I hope it will be swiftly taken care of. Thanksgiving tomorrow, am I excited? Nope, because it's a holiday that exists in one or I guess maybe two countries on the other side of the world. It does not affect me really in any way. But if you're celebrating Thanksgiving, I hope you have a good time. You get to enjoy big dinner and football or whatever Americans do on Thanksgiving. Putting up with your racist uncle, all that shit. Is bike theft common? I don't know, I've had it happen 3 times in about 14 months. Never had it happen before that. So I don't know. I don't think I'm quite statistic... what's the word? Not enough data to to extrapolate anything of statistical merit, but apparently you can't fucking leave your bike outdoors in this town. Japan had Labor Thanksgiving Day yesterday. That sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good. Celebrate Labor Day May 1st. I think that's most of Europe. Why don't I go for them first? Oh, I should actually deflect his projectile. Like I'm just like not even worried about tanking the arrow hits. I'm just like I want to take them out as quick as I can. But yeah, we had today/tomorrow was kind of a delivery milestone of sorts for a project I'm currently working on. So it's been I haven't been like crunching or working overtime a whole bunch or anything, but it's been still pretty hectic and like not having, kind of neglecting other stuff I haven't had time for. But everything seems to have gone pretty well. I mean, we'll see tomorrow how it's been received and everything. But if all goes well, the rest of this week should be a little more relaxing than my last few weeks have been, which I'm kind of looking forward to. A new game. Well, I'm not exactly working on a game. I don't think I'm quite at liberty to talk about it, but it has game-adjacent elements to it, but we'll leave it at that before I say things I shouldn't. Weird layout here. That's fine. Let's just get rid of these. There we go. And again, let's just use meter when we have it. Why not? Let's go. Some of these. Yeah, I think. Whoa. Okay. Let's maybe heal. I'll use this at least. Oh, I think I had the parry, but I couldn't react because it was coming out of the boss screen. Paying attention. Oh shit, there's another archer. No, turn around! I can lock on. Oh, thank you. Well, let's go back here to the rooms we missed first. On a vaguely related note, though, I was thinking, again, kind of on the topic of upcoming streams and games and stuff I want to play. I'd been thinking about the holidays because it's been a bit unclear what I'm doing for Christmas and whether I will travel to see parts of my family or, well, you know, or whatever. And as of now, I would say it's looking like I will probably not be traveling. Very good. In which case, I'll probably stream Christmas like I did last year. I don't know. It's not for certain. But I was also thinking of whether or not I'm doing that. I haven't been buying any Japanese games lately. Which is like fine, I'm not like... It's probably a good idea to not like constantly buy expensive shit that I don't even end up playing and whatever else, you know? But I was thinking like, you know what, if I wanted to have something for Christmas, I should probably get on ordering that because it's, you know, it would take a while, right? Especially during that time of year. It's not gonna, you know, shipping isn't gonna go any faster. Which had me think, you know what, maybe I should, over the weekend, delicious, slow down, feed me. Oh shit, this thing's smelling. Like maybe I should spend the weekend getting an order ready from Surugaya. Which subsequently gave me the idea that maybe I should do that on stream. This is not a commitment or a promise or even a plan. It's an idea. It's a germ of an idea. Of, you know, I've described on stream many times what my process usually looks like, browsing for games and figuring out what to buy. But I kind of just had the thought, like, what if I stream, not necessarily making my purchases or whatever, but just like my browsing process of figuring out what I want to buy. And maybe we can discover some games together that we don't know what they are. I don't know, the thought just dawned on me that maybe that would be something that people might be interested in watching. Given that people seem interested in watching unboxing streams, and just, you know, playing weird old games and whatever else, maybe that could be interesting. Because, I mean, obviously, I'm playing games that many other people probably, you know, maybe wouldn't play or certainly not buy. So, you know, playing those games on stream, translating some things somewhat, explaining what's going on to the best of my ability, etc. That's, you know, by some metric providing a service. I'm letting people vicariously experience games through me. But again, like I kind of had the thought that, you know, actually the sort of shopping experience is arguably a little bit of the same thing, right? Because a lot of you guys probably don't go through that and kind of know what that's like. So that's just something that I kind of was thinking about, and because I'll finish this game tonight, I would hope. And I mean, obviously I have Onimusha 4 ready to go, but I don't have anything particularly planned or lined up for a Saturday stream or what I want to do next. I just feel like maybe I don't want to do Onimusha 4 immediately. Just kind of a chill, just chatting, just shopping, I don't know, stream. I thought it might be fun, so if you guys would be into that, by all means, let me know. And in that case, maybe we'll do that. And that's also one of those things where I kind of realized that that's gonna, like, figuring out what to buy is at least a several hours long endeavor, usually more. So it might even be hard for me to find the time to do it with everything else I'm doing, unless I'm killing two birds with one stone and just doing it during stream. So we'll see. We'll see. There's also, like, Black Friday, right? So I was thinking of potentially... I mean, it's not like it's something I make a big... I mean, unless I'm looking for something in particular, like buying a new TV or some shit, like... I guess there might hypothetically be stuff like streaming equipment or a camera or something, but nothing is that urgent, nothing that I would want to spend that much money on right now. And when it comes to, like, years ago, I used to, like, slavishly look at, like, lightning deals on Amazon because I would buy a bunch of, like, Blu-rays and games and stuff, but I don't know, there just never seems to be much of interest for stuff like that the last couple of years. So I'm not sure. But there is, of course, the yearly Crix sale on EverDrive stuff, which is already live. So I was thinking of maybe picking up a Super Nintendo EverDrive. Because I got the Mega Drive one last year, and I've gotten some great use out of it. And there's some very interesting stuff happening on the Super Nintendo, like ROM hacking front. I've gotten great use of the Mega Drive one, just playing, you know, Mega CD games, of course, is a big thing, but beyond that, just like having, of course, with Mega Drive, there's like homebrew stuff and everything too, but, you know, as I mentioned before, I've been a little hesitant about getting like flash parts because of my prior experience, kind of depriving myself of the collector experience by ending up just like pirating everything instead. Of course, in those times, like my financial situation and fucking down attack, and the circumstances under which I'm buying games and playing games are all quite different, but I'm still like having that fear of, if it's so easy for me to just play games in other ways, would I still be able to justify myself spending money on games, even though I enjoy that aspect of it? But I feel like as far as the Mega Drive stuff goes, I've been able to maintain discipline. I should just special. So we'll see. But the thing is, like, I've had the trip I went on this weekend cost, you know, a couple €100, and I've been having some dentist stuff, which also has not been nearly as costly as I feared it might be, but definitely not free of charge. So I would want to be a little bit, you know, not too frivolous with my spending. But I was thinking, like, you know, well, of course, I still have, like, a shit ton of action figures and shit on pre-order, which I'm going to be paying for shortly. I think the Storm Kung Lao figure, I got like a pre-order notice thing. It's releasing shortly. But as far as, like, buying something for myself for Christmas, I'm doing that. You know what? Like, if I'm doing that, that would be this weekend. So I think I'll try to make sure to look for stuff, at least. Whether or not I do it on stream. I didn't need to. I'll figure out this weekend if there is something I want to buy. And that'll have to help me determine whether or not I will. Of course, I don't feel like there's a guarantee that I'll actually get it in time for Christmas. But if I don't do it now, then I feel like it's all but guaranteed that I won't. It's kind of a different looking sword than I was expecting. Pretty cool though. Steam sale up to 0% off. Yeah, that's... Yeah, Steam sales is just like... You know, I pick up some stuff here and there, but I don't buy that much on Steam, and I certainly play even less. Oh yeah, so if I press triangle, it does that. That's like a special move. It doesn't cost anything, so... Anyway, let's max out our gauntlet here. not that big a margin, I don't think. Well, we should be able to max it out, but we won't have that much left. When we did it with Jacques, we had like 10,000 souls left. There we go, solid gold. Everything maxed out. Let's save, and then I will take a break, because I've been going for a while. Should have a crossover buying weird shit stream. Yeah, I mean, we certainly have common interests, but there's a lot of stuff. He's into a lot of stuff that I don't know anything about, I should say. I don't know that we have greatly diverging tastes and interests, but I guess there's also I guess he tends to go for more of the stuff that isn't like emulated, like you know, old PC stuff, which arguably is kind of sort of maybe emulated, but I don't know that he has a lot of like old console games, which I certainly have more than my fair share of, but yeah, for sure, there's a lot of interesting old weird shit to explore. I saw that he was playing Septentrion recently, which made me like, I shouldn't say annoyed, but it's like, well, I can't play it like a week after he played it. I need to, you know, I'll have to wait for it. It'll be worth it, but I'll play it at some point. I was gonna say maybe I'll play it over like the holidays, but I don't think I'll be taking that much time off during the holidays, so we're probably not gonna have a lot of like extra streams. But I mean, it's kind of like that sometimes, right? Like someone is streaming something, and if you have like, I mean, mathematically speaking, I don't know how much overlap I have with McCaw in terms of viewers, but I know that probably most of my regulars are regulars there, I would expect. I'm not sure if I can call myself a regular because I can never watch when he's streaming nowadays, but friend of the channel for sure. But when someone is playing something, like I guess if I'm streaming a game that I felt like a lot of people in my channel have recently watched someone else play, it's for me that feels like I'm not going to be able to put on as interesting a show. I mean, that's all, like, that's not a fact, but it can kind of feel that way. Oh no, I think the idea is fun. I don't mind. I just tangentially it's made me, because I was thinking recently, I don't have it now because I've been actually messing around with my Super Famicom cartridges, but the Septentrion cartridge was sitting right here. And that's a game I've been wanting to play for years. So, I think we talked about it because McCall was in my chat some day, like right before he played it. So I guess he just like said, "Fuck it, I just really want to play it," and he did. And I kind of felt like, oh shit, you know, all right, well I'll hold on to it for, you know, I had it for a couple of months now, so it's not a big deal to sit on it for a few months more. I mean, God knows I've had games that I've been sitting on for years, so I'll get to it when we get to it. Anyway, I'm excited to keep playing, but I should be better at taking breaks when justified, and I think it is. We've been going for 2.5 hours almost. Septentrion cartridge is a real institution. Well, hey, I've still got the Nichibutsu arcade classics right here, at least. Always ready for some crazy climber. But anyway, I'll take a short break. We'll be back with the finale. I don't know. We'll fight one Nobunaga or another, and we'll see what comes from there. I'll be back in just a little bit. Alright, I've returned. Let's see if we have everything good to go. We probably saved, right? We must have. I hate this shit. Come back to the save screen after a break. It's like, oh, where'd you want to save? Wait. Oh yeah, I can tell the save slot here is here with someone else, so we've saved. Oh, well, technically that could be the save. You know what, let's save. I'm sure I did, but... what if I didn't actually? I guess these boxes remain open. Yeah. Are there new games on Steam yet, just in general? I mean, I think so. Curious to see what's going to happen when we go inside. Double checking, anything hidden here? New games though. I don't have time for new games. Yeah, I'm reminded, by the way. Steel Assault, that came out a while ago. I did buy that. I haven't played that yet either. So I keep buying new games here and there, small games. I'm back. Well, this is awkward. Oh shit, we're just absorbing double souls? Are we just going straight into full Onimusha mode? I guess we are, okay. We don't even get a first phase. Shit, we got our dual gauntlets. Go back to hell once more. That's nothing. Oh, look at our life bar. Nice and chunky. That's our triangle button. Oh, wait. We have, like, different triangle moves. Alright, I'm pretty sure that was not the final boss. I feel like so many of these fights, I'm always like, am I hitting them? Am I hitting them? I'm not really sure. And then it just triggers a cutscene like, oh, I guess I was hitting them. Taking a Henshin. Even non-demon Nobunaga, I feel like isn't quite as cool as he was in the second game. And this is neat. It's a little bit of a nondescript void. It's like, all of this would have been super sick if it didn't have to follow Onimusha 2. As far as sick, like, boss designs and crazy shit, like, it's just a very tough act to follow. Alright, so... oh, I literally did not get to use this weapon on anything. Well, I mean, I guess I don't know for a fact that we're done. Maybe there's New Game Plus or some shit. Because now we just have a different weapon. Onimusha Shinken, the true sword of Onimusha. Shin no Onimusha no what's good? Alright, so yeah, it's a great sword that only the true demon warrior can wield. Can't use this. Alright, okay. So many mysteries. Heal a little bit, I guess. What fucking... So I'm guessing I have to hit these things. Alright, so I'm filling up... See those things on the left? Those aren't purple. Those are like rainbow orbs. guessing I have to, like, fill those up. Okay, I'm somehow not dead. There we go. So what happens if I go Onimusha mode when I'm already super Onimusha? Okay, nothing happens. But I can kill those things now. Well, maybe I always could. Smash triangle to take care of these things. Oh, okay, there's like a I guess that wasn't quite clear. That big old rainbow effect was like some kind of shield, it looks like. And shielding him? I don't fucking know. Okay, but now that I have that meter full, I can actually destroy them. Well, new mechanics, it's kind of cool. There's like a timer, I guess. It's like going down. Oh shit, we got wind magic. I remember this shit. Fire magic. Okay. Hasn't been a thing in a while. Oh shit, okay. Get some of them souls. Not sure if I'm hitting the sword, but I'll or can hit the sword, but I can. And I'm absorbing those dark red blood things. Okay, I guess that's like heat seeking. I guess I'm absorbing like energy from his sword. Maybe that's what I should have done. Maybe I should... Oh shit, okay, I got a red sword now. Yeah, those fire effects are really fucking cool. Like his hair, that looks super sick. It's a pretty simple effect, things considered, but it works really well. He looks really cool. I mean, that effect in particular looks really cool. I'm trying to block. Committing to the recovery of the animation. A little bit. Now what's up, Val? I mean, Nobunaga... I mean, he's usually... Well, I mean, there's like Nobunaga's ambition and shit, but I would say he's usually the demon lord. But I guess maybe there's... I'm more familiar with him as a villain, I should say. Is that it? I don't know. Parts of that was really cool, but... He definitely looks cooler like this than in his demon form. But not as cool as in Onimusha 2 anyway. So we just, it was kind of weird that we just like teleported to this other realm. And we just fought, and then we just, we're back here now. Alright, we've got rainbow powers, we can absorb his darkness, or just him, period. Okay. That thing changed appearance, now it's all... looks pretty evil now. We did it! I upheld my promise. Jock. Inosuke, we have to run! Alright, so we absorb Nobunaga. Yeah, Oda Nobunaga succumbed in the flames of his castle. There's history. Was that it? That looks like a game's over screen. What a... Really? This looks really good, though. Yeah, I can't believe Oda Nobunaga fucking died. So, like, yeah, again, like, as much gruff as I give this game for not looking as good as 2, within the constraints of the technology used, like, it's still, like, the art is super well executed. A lot of it is really damn impressive. And it's like all 60 FPS, and yeah, I mean, the graphics in this are awesome for sure. There's a lot of really cool little tricks and everything. But I still feel like the trade-off of having a moving camera is not necessarily a worthwhile one. I don't know.
明智様の助と織田信長の長きにわたる戦いは幕を閉じた。しかし、新しい旅はもう始まった。
The eternal struggle between Akechi Samanosuke and Oda Nobunaga continues. Is this the beginning of a new story? Something or other. Alright, okay. Almost looks like Genji. Genji had a lot of more fantastical elements to it. Dude, I cannot... Like, wow. I'm incredibly underwhelmed by the home stretch of this game. Producer Jun Takeuchi worked on this. Keiji Inafune was credited as producer as well. I think on all 3 of them. Man, this is so strange to me because, yeah, CG movie action director Donnie Yen. That's cool, but also weird. I don't know. Did we even fight her? I don't even remember. The weird bug lady. Yeah, like it's... The thing is, like, Onimusha 1 and 2, they really ramped up and, like, gave you one hell of a final boss fight. You can tell when they ran out of money. I mean, that's kind of how it feels, right? Like, we'll see, you know, post-credits unlock type situation, what's going on, but I don't know, I felt like throughout this, like, yeah, this solidifies very firmly to me that 2 is my favorite out of these 3, because even though I had some misgivings and some, like, I wasn't too sure about some things about 2, what I said early on in 2 was that, you know, as long as this game has cool set pieces, cool memorable moments and characters and bosses and stuff, at the end, that's what you're gonna kind of carry with you. And it delivered on that in spades. Like, the second half of the game went some really cool places. And in this game, it starts strong, and then because the first 2 games, like, builds up this expectation of, like, really ramping up the spectacle towards the end and, like, really surprising. I was, like, expecting to be surprised, basically. But that's not really... I mean, I was surprised, but just not in the way I was hoping for. Rashid Quest, Let Axel, what's up, guys? Yeah, unfortunately, I think the new release of 1 did not seem to have performed super duper well, and I can understand if there's a lot of legal complications with these games. Honestly, again, like, I'm surprised they were even able to do the new version of the first game in the first place. But I mean, look at the re-release of the Resident Evil remake. Even though they didn't have, like, great source material to work with, they still managed to make a surprisingly nice looking new version of that, and just, you know, having it be available on modern systems, On PC, it runs at 60 FPS and all that. Like, that was a great release, and I would have loved to see a version of like that of Onimusha 2. Like, make it fully bilingual. Maybe, you know, maybe there's some quality of life stuff you can include here and there. But overall, like, that was a cool looking game, and the visuals are just... I mean, honestly, that was kind of the thing where the fact that they could take the RE remake and make it, render it at higher resolution and still have the characters in the background sort of fit together, because that's not trivial, I don't think. Well, that's the thing, like, what you would really want is re-render the backgrounds at higher resolution, but they definitely don't have the source, like, they can't, like, reproduce them. So that's what they did in Resident Evil. They just took the images from the original game and basically ran them through, like, filters to make them look presentable in HD. And surprisingly, it worked surprisingly well. There's a few screens that looked a little iffy, but overall, I think it was a lot more successful than I would have expected. They didn't have the source file. I mean, that's cool. That's awesome. I just would not take something like that for granted. I would assume that they would not have access to that. But either way, you know, I think Capcom, more so than most big publishers nowadays, do a good job of keeping their back catalog available. I mean, not as good as you would want, ideally, but better than most. But yeah, I'm kind of interested to take a look at that new version. Like, I'm sure you can get it really cheap at some point. Capcom stuff usually goes on sale pretty frequently. So maybe I'll grab it at some point if I feel like replaying the first game. Yeah, like, the fact that you can get a lot of the Resident Evil games on anything from, like, a, you know, GameCube forward. Like, yeah, they released RE2 and RE3 on GameCube. Like, they've been good with, at least for some of their series, doing stuff like that. Other stuff, not as much, but it's cool, and I think they should be... I think they should get credit for that. But yeah, just to go back to my overall kind of feelings on this game. I think the plot and the whole premise of the intertwining timelines was a cool idea. I really loved what they did with Akko, kind of jumping back and forth, because when you have, like, multiple timelines, that can get super confusing and very difficult to follow. So they had a nice little trick there in their back pocket to present it in a kind of linear fashion to make it digestible, which I really appreciated. As far as, like, after 2, saying, like, where the heck do we go from here? Yeah, the time travel shit is like, alright, this is pretty wild. Sure, why not? You know? Alright, this guy's like, alright, put Nobunaga out of the way. It's my time to shine. Not the most exciting post-credit stinger, given that 1 and 2 ended with a teaser trailer, like, very specifically for the sequel. This is a little more vague, I think. Yeah, I don't know. The time travel, like, for everything you could complain about with this game, for me at least, that's not, I didn't have any problem with that at all. But, what was I gonna say? I didn't think it wrapped up in a very satisfying way. Like, I was expecting, like, both in terms of the storylines, what I had fully expected was basically that the bad guys, they get their time machine shit going. So it's like, oh fuck, we're screwed. The timelines, like, converge. So, like, I was fully expecting Nobunaga's castle to merge with the Eiffel Tower, and we would have a final section there where you play as, like, maybe you would get to swap between them, or you get to pick Samanosuke or Jacques, and you have like Jacques, like basically the both playable characters teaming up together. And you would have like, surely you would get both of you to fight like the ultimate demon Nobunaga together. Like, I feel like, how is that not how the game ends? Like, they each finish their own thing, and then like, let's just go back to the Nobunaga fight again, or like, you know, the Nobunaga scene. And you just, I don't know, the way Jacques' story wraps up, even as I said, like, I mean, it seems like his story could end here. His gauntlet just disappears, but like, surely there's more. Surely there's one like big twist, because even the fact that you don't, like, when Samanosuke finds dead young Samanosuke, he's like, all right, fuck it, let's go full Onimusha mode. But I don't know, there's so many other things that's confusing. Like, why did we get those final weapon upgrades after you can do anything with them? I don't know. I never at least understood what those orbs were for. Jacques ended up with a bunch of items that he's just pocketed, and you can't get them to Samanosuke. I don't. It really felt like there was a chapter missing at the end, in my opinion. And the previous two games were both like kind of building up to the finale, and then it's like, oh shit, this is the big thing. And then there's like something beyond that at the end. Like, you have what could be a big final fight, and then after that fight, that's when the main character like fully levels up, or like goes fucking Super Saiyan Onimusha. But here, that just casually happens as you step into Nobunaga's room, and then you just like mash the special move button a couple of times, and then it's over. Because like Demon Nobunaga just falls over, you teleport back to the room before the fight, and then Human Nobunaga falls over. I don't know. That was like highly anticlimactic. It has a new gameplay. Well, we'll find out, but I would assume. I mean, the other two games definitely had a bunch of extra shit, so I'm expecting there to be something at least. Let's take a quick look here at our stats here. Playtime, 15 hours, 33 minutes. It's kind of cool. So the left column is Samanosuke and the right one is Jacques. So we can see how where time was divided between Jacques and Samanosuke. Souls collected. We actually ended up collecting more souls with Samanosuke. Well, we leveled up everything max anyway, so it didn't really matter, did it? Defeated enemies, around 1,200 for both. Enemies defeated with Isen. A lot more with Samanosuke than Jacques, but there you go. Bloody Palace item collection point. 50 points each. But I have no idea what max is. Is 50 max? Did we do all of them? I did everything that I found. Circle button next screen. What's that? Densho no something Musha? Walk. I don't know. I think that's a pretty low rank, as we saved like 800 times. Minigame has been added to the special contents menu. Game mode has been added to the special contents menu. Costumes have been added to the special contents menu. Okay. So, yes. Okay, so the seal has been lifted on... So I guess you just need to collect this and complete the game with this in your inventory to lift the seal on these weapons. Yeah, I think these, again, are the weapons from the first game, but they seem to look a bit different. But I'm just glad to get closure here on what the heck was going on. Because I thought, again, that was something that was building up in my head. Like, we're holding on to these items. You can't do anything with them. But maybe at the very end, you'll finally get the thing that will unlock the ability to use these, and you get a whole new set of weapons for the finale. But nope. Alright, we saved our... It just asks us to save again. We just save as many times as we want here. I think once is enough. So you can start a new game, you can load a game. We'll go to the special contents, but let me just see. So presumably the save, like the system data is a different file. So did it, okay, so it says there in the save data, player, someone else get, play time, save count, difficulty level normal, and then it says game mode normal, Tsujo, like normal mode. Did it say that before? I feel like it probably didn't, because we probably unlocked... I don't know. Well, let's take a look at the... So I start a new game. I was curious if it would give me an options menu of some kind. I'll just quit out of this as immediately as I can. Yeah, that intro cutscene was kind of cool. Paris being run over, but even again, like, man, it's sad because the game is not bad. The game does a lot of cool things, but my expectations were so high that I feel like the things the game does to fail to live up to those expectations stand out to me more so than what the game succeeds at. Alright, special menu here. What do we got? Alright, so you can set it to difficult. So I guess there's probably an easy mode if you, like, die enough or whatever. So someone else get costume. Yeah, special 2 was always there, but I never understood when or how that would ever manifest. Maybe you have to start a new game for it to show up. But maybe if we just change this and we try the minigame stuff, maybe it shows there. I don't know. So there's 2 minigames. Yeah, even this menu feels a little sparse. It feels like it was supposed to have more stuff on it. I don't know. Alright, so Oni, what's that? Like target, whatever. It's like use your arrows and gun to shoot Genma eggs. We'll try it, I guess. Yep. Oh, okay, get to pick. Yeah. So hold R1 and press circle or square to shoot. And collect souls with X. If you hit successfully without missing, you can get some kind of bonus. If you hit multiples at once, you get a massive bonus, I guess. Okay, so there's no, like... Aiming doesn't quite work the same way. Not super exciting here. Also, it doesn't seem like someone else's clothes are any different. That's kind of impressive. I actually didn't hit both. Yeah, like, it's... I mean, I think that the premise of the game is cool, and it's definitely inspired. Like, it doesn't feel... I mean, I would definitely not describe any part of this game as, like, lazy, but... again, if only because of the high bar set by the previous games, some parts feel a little bit... it's undercooked, ever so slightly. But the premise is not one of them, I don't think. Oh, shit. So I guess we need 500 points to qualify. But, I mean, I agree, like, it's not an obvious idea by any stretch. It's quite the leap. Which is why I like it, to be clear. But I'm incredibly intrigued to see what the 4th game is like. because all I know about it is that like it's supposed to be quite different and not particularly well liked. Not that it's necessarily yeah. Oh, stage 1. Okay, it just keeps going, huh? Oh, I do have limited arrows. I didn't realize, actually. Yeah. It's not necessarily that the 4th game is, like, despised or anything. I think it's more that maybe people didn't play it? I don't know. But apparently, because it is quite different... I mean, in Japan, it was called Shin Onimusha, like New Onimusha. It was, which, you know, makes it pretty clear that it's meant to be kind of a reboot of sorts. Branding which was not present in the overseas version. Which would maybe help set expectations. I don't know. But I'm really curious to see, like, just what makes it different, and because I can't help but suspect that it's gonna feel a little more bland in a way. Like, again, from an aesthetic point of view, the wackiness of this game felt not as exciting to look at, and by extension, not as exciting, period, as in Onimusha 2. But again, the premise itself is at least wild enough to kind of make up for that in a sense. Oh shit, okay, that worked out. I wasn't sure, I didn't realize it was behind. Nice. I mean, I don't know anything about the 4th game, but I'm curious. That's better than a B rank, right? Yeah, fucking S rank. I'm pretty sure it's a Japanese game. I mean, it came out... Final Fight Streetwise was the last game made by Production Studio 8, and... I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know much about it, but... That's the first I've heard of it. Being Western developed. I need to actually collect the souls. But yeah, like, just what little I've seen of, like, artwork and character designs and stuff, they didn't necessarily give me the impression that it's going in as wild a direction as a lot of the stuff from 2 and 3. But that's not to say that the tiny fragments of what I've seen are in any way indicative of the entirety of the game, so, like... Shit. I have no idea. I'm curious to find out. I'm just curious to see, like... Because in a lot of ways, this game is kind of... like, mechanically, and the controls and the combat and everything... is really very similar to first game. Oh, shit. Like, the way the camera and stuff works, like, a lot of things end up feeling a little bit different, but it's very faithful. It's not like they completely overhauled the combat system or anything in this game. But I kind of got the impression that that's what they did for the 4th game. So I'm just really curious. Fast enough. I guess you just keep going until you fail to hit the quota. Yeah, C rank. Yeah, see, that's the thing too, right? Like, it didn't have any famous people in it, which in a way, kind of immediately gives it a slightly cheaper feel in a way. I don't know. I mean, it makes sense. Like, it's probably wise in a lot of ways. You know, retaining full control over the characters and everything. Not the worst idea. But I don't think most people realize that this series has the involvement of any famous people outside of genre now. Or, I mean, most people in the English-speaking world. Oh, shit. Nope. Souls. Oh, shit. Kinda weird. I'm guessing I have more rapid rate of fire. Oh, I guess I absorb those things a lot faster, too. Ah, missed the other. Oh, well, whatever. Oh, shit. B rank, oh yeah, okay, so I guess you would play until you run out of arrows, which I guess being in demon mode means you don't spend arrows. We have a lot of them though. 94. Maybe you do not. Well, I don't want to abort this. I would at least like to get a result. I wonder if you can actually get something. Looking at the option there for costumes, it didn't look like there were more room for much more than we had. But it wouldn't be too weird to think that getting a good result in a mode like this could result in getting access to content in the main game. It's like in RE4, the shooting gallery where you get different weapons and shit. But it's cool. I mean, I like that these games have, much like the RE games, this little tradition of goofy little side content stuff. Yeah, I guess not spending arrows is probably the benefit of being in Onimusha mode, because you can still shoot them pretty rapidly. Like, I'm obviously doing way worse. Sort of a little bit on purpose here. Yeah, okay, yeah, it even says infinite though. I can just kind of... It doesn't work super well, but... Oh, I was actually very close here. Alright. If I had time to absorb those souls, that might have been it, actually. Yeah, Takeshi Kaneshiro, who plays Samanosuke, is like a... Yeah, he's a huge movie star. And... I feel like if you were into sick Asian action movies in the mid-2000s, you might know him from Versus, the Ryuhei Kitamura, like, action... I don't even know what you call it. It's like post-Matrix... Is it like a zombie movie? I haven't watched that movie, since it came out, pretty much. But, I remember liking it. I mean, it's one of those. It's, you know, if you're in like a college dorm like movie, kind of like someone has a DVD or a download or whatever. It's like, yo, you gotta check this shit out, and it's like sick. Like, it's a pretty goofy movie, but you know, it's a good time. It's a good time. So Yuhei Kitamura, if you're not familiar, he's the I guess you would know him from directing the cutscenes in Metal Gear Solid: The Twin Snakes. So all of that over the top anime action shit. Versus is like a movie that is that, basically, and it has Takeshi Kaneshiro in a trench coat, like in the woods fighting zombies or some shit, and it's all like that, basically. But he was also in House of Flying Daggers. That's the name of the movie, right? That was the like I forget who directed it, but it was one of those kind of post Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon Chinese action dramas or whatever. But he was in that one, which I think had decent international crossover success. Well, let's try this.
Mate, mate! さっきのことは謝るわね。おまんの腕を試してみたかっただろ。
I apologize for before. I just wanted to test your skill.
実はなんだ。
So this is like from the main story, right? I'm guessing we get to see his point of view. Because this is like when Jock jumps. He gets his motorcycle back so he can have it for 5 seconds before he jumps it right into the ocean to like get on board that ship. So I guess this is right after that, maybe? I don't remember if any of this was in the game, because this was like 2 weeks ago we played it. See, even that, you know, Jock getting his motorcycle. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm disappointed that the game didn't have a driving sequence, but like the novelty of having Jean Reno riding a motorcycle in fucking medieval Japan as a modern day action cop. Like, what do we do with that? Well, what if he takes his bike and then immediately drives it straight into the ocean? It's like, okay, sure. And he has vehicles, like, it's complicated and everything, but, like, I don't know. That still was, I don't know, it kind of made me laugh. I mean, he does make a sick jump to get on the boat and everything, but, like, I feel like it would have been cooler if he actually made the jump. Because, like, once he makes it onto the ship, like, yeah, the bike, it's on his fucking ship, you know? It's not like you need to get rid of the bike for the sake of explaining why he doesn't ride it anymore. Because, like, you're on a ship deck, like, what the fuck's he gonna do with the bike? That'd be fine. But instead, he just fucking biffs it and has to jump off the bike and, like, whip onto the ship or whatever. I mean, that's cool, I guess, but I don't know. Wasted potential, I guess, is, like, kind of a recurring thing in this game, it feels like. Driving laps on the ship. I mean, dude, maybe it would fucking drive up the Eiffel Tower at the end to fight Ultra Demon Super Saiyan Level 4 Nobunaga. We didn't get to see the, like, I mean, you have the Onimusha mode in the game, but there's no, like, proper, like, he doesn't, there's no final boss ultimate henshin for Jacques. Another missed opportunity. So there's just like a save thing here. Oh yeah, you can save, okay. I guess I'll save in a different slot. Triangle. Okay, he does have a special move. Sorts. So I have the necklace to collect souls, but what do we even do with that? Does this like feed into anything else? I don't know. Yeah, I am the guy who gets killed in the CG intro. This game has a surprising amount of like questionable elements, given how much I enjoyed too. I mean, I enjoyed this game a lot too. It's just for the second game, on the kind of minus side, I was a little bit iffy on how some of the event scene stuff worked with the friendship gauges for the characters and all that junk, because it's kind of very deliberately made obtuse. Like a lot of the information on how it works is completely obfuscated by the game. And it's cool to finish the game and see what you missed and kind of have a sense of, ooh, I should try this when I replay it and everything. But ultimately, if you were to aim for the 100% completion of the scenario stuff, there's so much guesswork involved in how you were to trigger that, so I feel like it would be kind of maddening to have to replay the game so many times. Like, the guides on game FAQs where you like, tells you very specifically, like, make sure to do this, give this item, then do this, and make sure not to do this to trigger this specific scene and stuff like that. So like it's that's kind of how I felt about it too, but ultimately like seeing the story and like the characters and how they interact and stuff like that, like that was all really cool. And at the end, like by the end I really liked it. I mean, by comparison, I think what this game does super well compared to 2 that I like much better here, but that is a sort of consequence of the difference in systems. But this game arguably has a smaller cast, kind of, but sort of not really. But the characters and the relationship and the dialogue, like, it feels pretty fleshed out, and we see more of those characters. Like, we spend more time with each of the characters. Like some of the guest, friend, helper, assist characters, whatever, side characters in 2. Granted, we didn't see all of the content possible, but they definitely felt like they just sort of, I mean, it was a step up from the first game where Kaede is like very, she doesn't exist except for when she pops into existence, show up in a cutscene or a brief gameplay segment. And 2 is kind of similar, except that you have the village parts where you just chat with people. But the characters felt like they were part of the world and part of the story to a much greater extent. But I think they continue that sort of evolution in this game. But of course, in this game, they don't have to contend with the fact that there's this dynamic, in this game, it just, the scenes that are going to happen, and that's the end of it, basically, right? So, like, it's kind of it's hard to make a comparison in a way. Like, yes, I like the characters being more fleshed out, but it's kind of at the cost of the parts that are genuinely cool about the stuff in the second game, where you do have sort of, not branching paths necessarily, but those sort of alternate takes on how certain scenes play out and stuff. You don't really get that in this game. Yeah, the characters interact with each other, which is a cool thing. And they do that in this game too. I really like that. I like I mentioned before, I think Akko as a character, I mean, she's not much of a character as such, but as a narrative device, I like her an awful lot. Because she sort of helps keep the whole time travel, multiple timeline shit straight. Yeah, I don't dislike her. She's fine. There's just like not super much to her. I don't know that there's super much to many of the characters, but like, I mean, I should say also, I think Jubei is a pretty shitty character. He's like such a nothing character. He's like, there's not super much to Samanosuke, but he is so much more like instantly more charismatic. Jubei is like a charisma void. He's just like so grumpy and stoic. And like, it's just whatever. Like it's, I do like that there's like, I like the weird like his demon mom and how he sort of connects with Oyu. Like their relationship is like surprisingly like effective, which I did not expect. And I think even like in this game, Jacques and Michel, like that feels believable enough. Like even the kid seems like it could so easily be this super annoying character. Oh, slow down. But it works out just fine, I think. So the characters are good in this game. But there's the point I was going to get to eventually is that there were things that I think the second game had like shortcomings. There, my bigger issue again with the sort of obtuseness of that scenario system. But as far as just playing the game once and maybe considering replaying it at some point in the future, I'm sure I can't leave this town right. It doesn't really become a problem because especially as you complete the game, you see that sort of completion chart, so you get a better sense of. So like if I hadn't known about the system at all, I just happened to come across it, reading about it in a guide when I was looking up how to get past some shit I was stuck on halfway through the game. If I hadn't known about it at all, I would have completed the game and basically been like, oh shit, like there's... And I mean, it's not meant to be a spoiler or anything. I'm sure if I looked at the manual or the marketing back of the box, like it would mention it, sure. But it's either way, it's not really a problem until you choose to engage with all of it, or like try to complete it or whatever. But beyond that, like I didn't really have a lot of complaints. I think the Gogandante's final battle was like rather underwhelming. He was a great villain that was built up, and had a bit of a wet fart of a sort of closure with that fight. But, you know, overall, like, at the end of the day, I did not have many or big complaints with Onimusha 2. And by comparison, even though I like this game a lot and I've had a good time with it, and I think there's been some really cool shit in it, I feel like there's been, if not in magnitude, certainly in volume, so many more things that I've kind of been a little unhappy with. So are we supposed to talk? I mean, I didn't really pay attention to what we got. Alright, so okay, some sort of a teleport, like, can travel something. You can transport a distance, something. You throw it on a fire to use it eventually. Was I supposed to... Was there a fire here somewhere? I carried that and I didn't get this. I obviously paid zero attention whatsoever to any of the dialogue or lore. Was I supposed to use it there? Wasn't there, like, a smelting pit where the dude, like, where we got it? I'm pretty sure that's like a story key item here. The thing is, we can run past enemies, so let me just check if there was something. It would seem weird that we're supposed to use it right where we got it. Why not? I hate that, like, 180-degree camera switch. Cutscene? Or was that just a transition? I remember if there was someone hanging out here. Oh, I guess we were just not meant to. Ooh, I didn't realize we could go here. This looks so good. Again, though, so much of this is presented in these very perfunctory camera angles. It's like, yeah, okay, they maybe tried to focus on clarity, but they didn't. I don't think they really succeeded necessarily, because you end up with a lot of angles like this, where the camera's kind of level with the ground or the characters, so you end up with characters standing in front of and behind each other, which, like, obscures the action a lot. Not to say that the other games necessarily had a, like, top-down view, but we're missing a lot of those kind of dynamic, exciting-looking, sort of very deliberate camera angles. You get some stuff like this where you frame this building in the background and stuff, but in terms of sheer aesthetics and, like, coming into a room and going like, oh shit, this looks sick. I'm totally kidding. Yeah, there's the fire. Oh, okay. I see. That's how this works. Okay, we're in the time machine room. Oh, there's a timer. Okay. It's a map. The elevator doesn't seem to be running, I don't think. What a weird little mode. Why am I fighting this guy? Surely I don't need to. Yeah, this part of the game was... Parts of it was kind of cool, but it really kind of dragged on a lot. I was like wondering if this was going to be the rest of the game, which it wasn't in its defense, but... What am I even looking to achieve? I have no idea. One. I mean, the big dudes don't usually, like, drop stuff, right? Well, that's sealed. I'm just getting, like, flustered by the timer, but... Oh, yeah. This mode doesn't seem super interesting. Maybe if I paid any amount of attention to what was going on, I would find it exciting. Oh, okay. Actually did drop something. Oh, here's John. Did we run into him in the game at this point? Yeah, I think so. Maybe not. Ultima camera angles? I don't know, man. Do you ever need Ultima camera angles? Actually, what the fuck did we collect? Okay, some kind of rock, mineral. What's the word? Ore? Iron ore. I was trying to block that. Yes, with Neil. Begrudgingly. I actually kind of want to run past him, but... Did I keep spinning because I was mashing triangle? I think so. It's interesting. I like the way he moves just a tiny little bit. Great camera again. I'm not even sure if any of this is hitting, if that's called keep being blocked. Looks like I could maybe run past. No, not quite. military graphical projection. Yeah, it's a pretty peculiar projection, that's for sure. Okay, I can't get in there. I think it said something about heating. Is there, am I supposed to bring the ore to some other fire? Maybe I just needed to collect it and just be taken back at the end of this timer. Fire, am I supposed to use this? Nope, not here at least. This is where the ship ends up, yeah. This is the ship that Jock jumps onto and ends up in this. Yeah, but even these like square boxy hallways, I feel like the design of this, a room like this, even if this location had been in the previous games, so the pre-rendered stuff, like, it would have looked more exciting, I feel like. There's a lot of this, like the lighting here, super well executed. This game is not bad looking, but it's still, yeah. Onimusha 2 is just too tough an act to follow. I don't think this is the weakest game necessarily, but certainly it has to be considered the most disappointing of the three, for me at least. Which is not what I would have expected. Oh shit! No, I'm gonna just hang out here. Let's... Oh, that's strong, bud. Go back. So I'm assuming... Okay, maybe not. I was gonna say, I was gonna assume the portal is still there, but... I can't use that here either. Okay, cool. Oh, he returned the ore. Okay. Well, that makes sense that he would use ore. Okay. Oh, it's that rock. Thank you very much. Sorry, Mr. Samurai, for bothering you, but can I ask you for one more favor? He needs ocean water to forge whatever he's gonna do here. Alright, leave it to me. Oh, gotta fill... Okay, this is kind of neat. So I wonder if we have to go... The meter just says, like, empty, full. I mean, obviously, we need to go to the water. I'm not super concerned about the souls, but I wonder if you can... It's not entirely clear what the purpose of gathering souls here is, because it's not entirely clear what you could possibly do with them. If I'm to transfer them... What am I supposed to say, I guess? To, like, the main game, do they stay in the save file and I load them? Maybe if you finish this mode, it becomes clear. I don't know. I'm realizing that we are... There we go. We're getting close to 10 p.m. I was thinking when we beat the game, like, oh yeah, okay, I took a break and then... I don't have to go up here. Well, whatever. Let's see if we can figure out how to fill the water. I was like, well, okay, I guess we'll probably cut the stream a little bit short. I mean, I'll take a look at some of the extra stuff, but we'll be wrapping up soon. But here we are, and I actually still kind of like to start a new game just to see if I can figure out the whole costume stuff. Mine's extremely high to this. That's a good call. Start a new sip of water, yeah. Good idea. Of course. I was just about to say, like, I wonder if you just lose water. So you have to, like, fucking... So I'm guessing, obviously if you get knocked down, you would spill everything. But I wonder if you could spill a little bit here and there. Just by like getting hit or blocking attacks or something. Not sure. Keep those guys busy. Keep those guys. Okay, that went surprisingly well. Started going into the shop before I realized that's not where I'm meant to go. Fucking Blanca balls. Could have gone worse, but I could still immediately lose everything. Yep. All right. Sick. But presumably, at least. I don't even know if I want to like continue this, but to say presumably if I kill these guys, stay dead. At the very least, plant guy. It's like the real problem. Alright. Oh, dude. Oh, we did fucking triple chain ascent. Well, okay. Let's just fucking go back and collect water, I guess. We're just, I don't know, being quite creative and coming up with a little side quest. So, I haven't played them much to really know, but it's my impression that a lot of the Resident Evil sort of side stuff, like the hunk and tofu stuff in RE2, is pretty similar to this, isn't it? Like, you're kind of repurposing locations, you play as a different character, and you sort of run through a little... Oh, I don't even need to go... I can reach the water. Oh, jeez. This kind of linear gauntlet type gameplay section. Even the Ada stuff in like RE4. I mean, I guess that's maybe actually more unique map. Are you shitting me? Do I have to collect the water from over there? I guess so. I guess I just felt that the Onimusha 2 one, where you know, the man in shades or whatever it was called, where you play as, I mean, you play as Jubei technically, but he's got this suit and sunglasses based, I guess, on like the appearance of a famous role of the same actor, and you get this like cardboard tube that you can attack with, so you can knock enemies down, but you can't do any damage. And you like collect film reels, which I collected a bunch of them, but then I died or whatever, and I didn't actually get any of them, so I totally fucked up. We didn't even actually get to see what it is you collect in that mode, or what you kind of get for it. Bit of a bummer, but that was a little amusing at least. Nice, okay. Full tank. Oh, you're back. Please wait. There we go. How the fuck do we use this? Well, it's for a bridge. Is that on the main street, or was it over by like a drawbridge something or other, it says? I don't recall like a... Whoops. I don't recall a drawbridge needing to be opened or closed for us to advance, but... maybe. It's entirely possible that I was not paying attention. In fact, almost likely. So there's this thing up here on this little platform on the left. I mean, this place looks pretty chill. Well, I still can't talk to him. Didn't remember if there was something here. Or I guess it's where the ship... Or is it... Oh, I guess we were just... I mean, this looks like a drawbridge. Do we open this to protect us from Genma coming in from sea? Is that the idea? Sucks for the guys living over there, I guess. Alright, so is this like the end here? Do we complete stuff? And I guess we gotta take care of this guy. Yeah, it's like, we're safe. No, not yet. See, shit like this, where like you're obscured by the enemies, like that happens, I feel, weirdly regularly in this game. And I don't recall that being a problem in the same way in the previous games. Like, I'm sure it happens at some point, but because the way the camera is like placed in so many of the screens, I feel like it's just bound to happen. I'm just smashing triangle over here. Like, you wouldn't think that weird camera stuff would be the thing where this game shows its weakness compared to the previous. I don't know. I mean, I'm just a broken record now, but it's still kind of baffling to me. We'll make the mode of it. That's indeed. At least we got a lot of that delicious slowdown. I like it. Still don't know exactly how this weird spinny move works, but it seems to be weirdly effective against these guys. Just unlocking them, I guess. Yeah, look at someone else get fucking going nuts over there. We're done here? Looks like it. Alright, that's this place cleaned up. Thanks for your help, Samanosuke. We'll see each other again. Wait. You're working for Tokugawa. You turn your back on Nobunaga, like, because of the Genma shit. Like, what's going on here? Who are you working for? Like, what's your deal? It's like, you know what? I ain't explaining shit. I'll talk to you later, Samanosuke. The end. Alright, okay, that's it. It's just a little side story. I mean, that's kind of neat. It's not that exciting, but it's not. I mean, yeah. What was the point of collecting souls? Like, I don't get it. We unlocked special costume number 1. Let's just ultra quick save system data. Okay. Let's start a new game. And see, because I think it says something about, like, the costume will be shown in the main game or something. So I wasn't sure if it's, like, we don't get to see a different costume in this little intro sequence, or maybe it just means you won't see it if you're playing other game modes. It's not super unambiguous. Well, the thing is, if we don't see a different costume for someone else can now... There we go, okay. We're a cowboy. The sunflower on the back of his jacket. Alright, that's pretty good. I wish I could get a better view of him. So, we also have all our weapons from Onimusha 1. So normally, I guess, you would have this sword. And this is all maxed... Well, maybe this is just the intro where this shit is maxed out, though. I guess I maybe shouldn't have skipped the cutscene, or we would have seen... I was going to say, let's just run up till we get a cutscene so we get to see Cowboy, someone else in action. But I'm pretty sure we just basically run up. Oh, I could have just charged... Well, fuck it, whatever. That's the other thing too, like, because of the way the camera works here, there aren't really any set camera angles with like close-ups and stuff, so you can get a good view of the character. You always have this kind of very samey camera distance. Pretty good costume, I like it. But at least we get to enjoy them in the cutscenes. Nice.
明智様の助かとうとうこの時が覚悟
Time's finally here. Prepare yourself.
織田家金獣頭森蘭丸参る
So we should definitely... Oh wow, you actually do get to fight him. I remember this just being a cutscene, but I guess that's not the case. I actually did a parry the first time. I wanted to see if I could. I like that it's got good, like, audio cues. Okay, he's like a lot less of a pushover than I remembered him. Maybe this is what I remember. He's very cavalier about defeating him in the cutscene after you actually beat him. I mean, it's like appropriate. It shouldn't be a big tough boss fight, but it's funny how in my mind it's literally like a cutscene. Flower on the jacket though. But dude, like, just fun, goofy little side, like, content, like, fun costumes. Like, man, that shit is always good. Although, in fairness, Capcom, I think... I don't know, I guess, about most recent, like, RE games with the first-person mode and everything, but... Even RE6, and I guess the Revelations games also, probably, still have a lot of, like, alternate costumes and shit like that. Even if some of it is, like, paid DLC, like, it's still... It's a fun tradition. It's like the epitome of stuff that really does not need to be there. But when it is, you just can't help but greatly appreciate it. At least I can. Anyway, let's just, I'm curious what the other costume is like. Because again, if we go to the special contents menu, I guess... Okay, well, there's certainly room for a third one, but it was weird because when you started the game, it had normal and special 2, and we unlocked special 1 by beating the game. So I'm curious what special 2 is. I tried seeing if we could see what it was, but apparently, I guess it only, like, loading the game doesn't, like, the setting only applies when you start a new game. But it's surprising to me that it would just be there from the beginning. Let's skip the Paris cutscenes, and let's not skip this. We'll look at this intro cinematic, which should show the costume also. I'm expecting it to not be something particularly wacky if it's already there from the beginning, but who knows? Maybe it read save files from Onimusha 1 and 2, and you unlock something because of that. But I don't know. Oh, I guess it's the... Because I think in my mind, this is the costume that he wore in this section. Because this is the weird black suit that he has in the CG intro.
ご苦労。はっ。サバノスケ様、これを。
Or, no, okay. He gives him his armor. So this is the costume. Okay, so we kind of... Yeah, because that's what I was thinking. Like, isn't this what you wear in the beginning of the game? But yeah, it is. But he gets his red armor. So then after this cutscene, or by the end of it, he'll be wearing his red armor, or in this case, a giant panda head, I guess? Mascot costume? Yeah, there we go. Okay, sure. Alright, okay, yeah, I'm definitely... feel bad that we skipped this part with the cowboy costume, because this would have been a grand introduction. I'm still baffled. I feel like there must have been some reason why this was actually unlocked before we beat the game. I don't know, the cowboy costume we would like to use. This is just... I don't know. It's a little, I mean, I don't mind it being in the game or anything. It's just... I kind of can't see his arms and legs properly. It's not, I mean, I prefer the cowboy costume. I'll leave it at that. But I think in the second game, you get like costumes for all the characters, I think. This game seemed to imply, from just the name of the option, that it's just Samanosuke's costume, but nothing else would change. I guess we had an opportunity. Well, no, we saw Jacques because we got into the game and we saw that he wasn't different, so. Oh, I can't even power anything up at this point. Well, we got to see some weird costumes. There's that. Hey, there's our little chest, whatever. Well, that is the end of Onimusha 3. Ups and downs. Kind of, unexpectedly anticlimactic at the very end. Especially given... Not that the ending or final boss fight was, like, egregiously terrible, but the final boss fights were, like, the highlights of the previous two games, and even as far as boss fights go in this game, I don't know. Although, did this game really have memorable boss fights? I can't remember if they were memorable because I haven't played this for a week. But, yeah. This game has some shortcomings that I wasn't quite expecting. But it still plays well, and it's still cool. It's a very enjoyable game. It will be very interesting to see how I feel about the fourth game in comparison, not just to this, but to the previous, all three previous games. But we'll, yeah, I mean, that ended up working out well timing-wise. We finished the game, we got to look at some of the extra stuff, and I had more than enough time to give ample dissection of my thoughts and feelings about this game and this series so far. We're definitely going to be playing the fourth game. I don't know when exactly, but I definitely want to play that before the end of the year. So we're probably going to take a short break with some other stuff before coming back to it, but we'll probably also get to... I don't want to start any other big game playthroughs before, so... As I mentioned, Saturday stream, we might do some shopping. Just browse for some old Japanese games and do a little chill, just chatting stream. Maybe play some games also. I don't know, I'll have to think about it, but I think I will hold to my word this time and actually do a some kind of a palate cleanser stream in between this and the start of Onimusha 4. But that will be in the not too distant future. As always, if you want to stay on top of upcoming stream news and whatnot, I would recommend following me on Twitter, or if you feel like it, joining my Discord. Got some links there in chat. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I have a feeling that I won't know really until Saturday what I will decide to do on stream. But I will go back to my schedule after a bit of a break now over the weekend and everything. Meaning next stream will be on Saturday starting at 1 p.m. Central European time. So have a nice couple of days and I hope to see you then. I wonder who's streaming. Should send you guys somewhere. I'll figure that out. And oh no, okay. It looks like Dino is playing Mortal Kombat Mugen games or something, which obviously we have to check out. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. Take care, everybody. I'll see you guys some other time.
待て